Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, so we're gonna say hello to everybody. Did you want
Hi.
to?
Ah,
Okay, so we're gonna say. Yeah.
that was loud.
Yeah. Hi, Happy Thoughts. Born JW. And let's see. Jane.
Oh, time will pass.
Yeah. Jane.
Oh, Jane. Hey, Jane.
Okay, wonder what topic will be. Be safe and sane. That's what Jane says. It's a good one. I like that.
Oh,
Hi, Jeff.
Maverick.
Maverick, yay. Gerard, did you get your time
Gerard.
in last month?
I love it.
Hey, that's a good one. We could talk about that.
Did you get your time in? Did you fill out your card?
Fortunately, we don't really have to count time anymore. We just have to say that we went out in service at least once in a month.
Oh,
So
okay. That's all.
Much easier, unless you are a regular or auxiliary pioneer.
Yeah. And then you fudge it.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to.
Pep, what's up, Pep?
Hi, Pep. Hi, SD. Yeah. Okay. And I think that's it. All right. So I just want to say hello to everybody.
Jeff?
Yep. Oh, he participated in the unministry.
I love it.
Very good.
Oh, did we add those new shirts to the store yet? Not yet.
The ones that you were working on yesterday. No.
Okay.
So we, of course, we told you already that we have a little store on our channel. There's about 5 different choices. Of course, you can get like t-shirts and coffee mugs and all that. But we're working on a few more designs. So that's in the making, but we do have some already ready.
Here we go.
And we have a different background. You're used to seeing Los Angeles. Well, this is the desert here. You've seen it before.
I prefer the desert. Mm-hmm. I love the desert.
Yeah, last time we were at the beach, so.
I lived in the desert, so I loved it.
Yeah. All right. So today we just thought we would do like a question and answer kind of thing, Exjw question and answer. Just if you want to come on here and say something, or if you want to share something, or if you had any questions, you can go in the link that we put in the description. And I think I can add it to the comments here too. Like if you want to click on it, you can.
I gotta fix that.
Come on the channel if you want to share anything, whether it could be a hot topic, or it could be just a question for us, or if there's something you want to share. So let me see. Let me see. I'm going to copy this and put this in the comments. There we go. Not sure it works like that, but I'm putting that in the comments there. So don't know. Oh yeah, it does work. Okay. Anyways, that's just if you want to come on and have something you want to share. But also it can also just be in the comments. Like if you have some questions that you want to, or something you want to get off your chest,
Yeah.
Anything that's bothering you. Because I know some of you on here are disfellowshipped and being shunned, and some of you are faded. So we're all kind of coming from different situations.
Okay. Esty.
Yeah. Esty's, yeah, we said hello to her. So, and we've already done like the whole broadcast last week, or this week, I guess we did. And it was, kind of so. But what's coming up is the annual meeting will be happening next month. So hopefully there'll be some hot topics then, right?
Well, even though that JW broadcasting, the one with Matt's, oh my Lord, that guy's got the worst voice ever. But even though it was a terrible JW broadcasting, it did have a few good points in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows how JWs have to be told to like each other. That is just too much.
Hi, Jay.
They're constantly reminded to like each other. and then headquarters or the branch takes credit for anything that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay. Oh, hey, Jay.
Yeah. Hi,
I'm waiting for Esty to make a comment to see if something shows up.
Yeah, that's true. So, and yeah, we do have to be safe out there.
Yeah.
For sure. The tower is still standing. Bummer. I love that.
Bummer. I love it. Who said that?
Born JW.
All right.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to last a lot longer, though.
Yes.
Ah,
hey,
there
that's
we
a good
go.
question. How many years do you think it has? Okay, Jeff has a question for all out there. How has your attitude towards relationships, both friendships and romantic, changes since leaving JW? I've been thinking about that personally. Okay, that's actually a very good question. If anyone wants to share, and of course you can come on the channel if you want to. So how have things, your friendships or romantic relationships changed since leaving? So I would say, just for myself anyways, friendship wise, I find it hard to make friends in general. And which we've talked about this before, I think. Like, you're not really a true friend as a Jehovah's Witness. And leaving Jehovah's Witness, one thing I will say that's positive, I guess, about friendship and leaving is, before I felt like I was judging everybody, like, oh, I can't hang out with you because you're not a Jehovah's Witness and you don't understand what it's like to be a witness, and your bad association, and la 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 la. But now I can actually go, and say, if I go out to eat with a friend, I don't have that hovering over my head like, oh, this is bad, I feel guilty. And so that is nice, not to have that guilt like lingering. I was telling him yesterday, being a Jehovah's Witness is like having a constant gray cloud over your head all the time. Even when, I mean, like, you could, not to say that there aren't happy moments in your life as a JW. There are good times that you experience, but there's always this constant gray cloud. So it's nice not to have that gray cloud anymore. So that is my experience. Does anyone else want to share?
A tequila and Tecate?
Yeah. Okay, so Jane says she's more introverted since leaving. Okay.
Huh.
And I will say, again, it's not easy making friends.
Bo the Hopper, hey, man. I made more friends in the year since I left JW's than all the time I was part of it. Mostly because my JW friends weren't true friends. There you go.
Oh, Bo the Hopper, yeah. You've made more friends. Yeah. And ideally, that's what you want to do. You want to make more friends leaving after you leave. But that doesn't mean that you're just going to automatically have all these friends just because you left Watchtower. It's not easy to make friends in any situation. But like I said before, you don't have that guilt now to be able to feel like, hey, you know what? This person is okay. I can hang out with them or her because she's not bad association. I mean, you do have to be careful with any choices you make, but you're not going to have Watchtower dictating everything over you.
And your upbringing has a lot to do with that too. If you're taught that everybody's bad and everything, it makes it a little reluctant to make friends.
Yeah.
Or if you grow up and you wouldn't even in a cult and you had bad experiences, it would make it very reluctant.
Okay, Born JW says, I never had a romantic relationship in the board. The elders marked me as bad association. Wow. Man. Well, I will say, just being able to try to choose a marriage mate in the JW religion is hard anyways, because it's like, as soon as you decide you want to date someone, everybody's up your business, Everybody's so freaking nosy.
Jeff, how's good?
Yes. JW is such a restricted life. At my old congregation, we loved weddings. So the way I described it, you agree, Jeff. Okay, for me, relationships can be whatever I want them to be. In JW, it was kind of prescribed how relationships work. I'm discovering what that means for myself. And that's great. And that's really how it should be, right? That we can make our own decisions on who we hang out with and what kind of relationships we have with people, using our own critical thinking skills that JWs don't have. Okay, so Jane, you made a new friend, or made some friends of neighbors, but sometimes they do shocking things. So I like them, but not going to do all stuff they do. Yeah, and you still have to be careful. Like, I mean, just because, oh, okay, well, they're not Jehovah's Witnesses, so is everyone safe? No. So you have to be careful.
Use wisdom.
Yeah, just use wisdom, right? I know. Born JW, you say you can't have no man or elder sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Oh, I know. And that's really where so many relationships are damaged, whether it be marriages, families. The elders meddle so much in your business, and it create all this gossip and just a lot of stress, unnecessary stress, and they want to know everything. So it makes it for a very difficult relationships with people. I've been married twice in the org, and I wouldn't call them romantic. Yeah, so that's another thing, I just can't always get the right relationships as JWs.
Leave them up just a little bit longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to read them that quick.
Oh, I didn't. There we go. I like what you say here, Jeff, that you, there was no way in hell I was going to date a serious JW sister when you were waking up. I wanted the spiritually weaker sister I could find. Yeah, and that's the better ones. He heard something outside. All right, here we have John. Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Back growing up at my old hall, we were constantly warned about dating, proms, school dances in the 1980s growing up. Oh, yes, that's true. I remember as well that, I wasn't allowed to go to the prom, of course. And I mean, what JW is allowed to? I mean, if there were, they were not abiding by the rules. I remember there was a school dance one time as well when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. And there was this boy who liked me, and he wanted to take me to the dance. And I mean, my parents were like, absolutely not. You cannot go to that. And so he got a couple of girls to ask me to go to the dance. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed. Like, I wanted to go, but with him, I was like, oh, I like him, but I was like, I just told him, sorry, I'm not allowed. And they were mad at me. They were like, how could you do that? He likes you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I can't go. It was funny. I mean, it's sad at the same time, but I never went to those. Okay. Yeah. Pep says, I used to believe other Christians were demonized. Yeah, that's true. I was also, we were afraid to step foot in a church. It's such a good thing to know that they are true believers. Yeah. And now you don't have to be scared to go into a church just because you might learn something different than Jehovah's Witness. Bo, you said, I recently did an alpha course. There was a female same-sex couple on my table. Lovely ladies. It's sad that as a JW, I distance myself from wonderful people because of the rules on association. Yes, that's true. Spartan. Hi. Spartan 300. That's cool. Sure, I like that name.
Yeah, we got some new people here today too, hey, everybody.
The elders are off.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, hi. Do you want to read that one?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Can you see that?
You're so far behind, I think.
Oh, I'm trying to read everybody's comments. The elders are often meddling with personal relationships. Yes.
No, that's way back.
Who gave them that authority? I know. That's why they ruin everything. When a brother or sister in the congregation started dating, Jehovah's Witnesses turn into preteen giggly. The emotional immaturity of some was crazy. Oh yeah, Maverick. Yeah.
That's kind of common in cults too.
Yeah. It's like they can't even handle that.
Yeah.
The dating pool is very restricted. Exactly. And they're so nosy. I know. And one older sister had romance novels. Oh, yeah. And put on reproof for 3 years. That's ridiculous. She had no boyfriend just because she read romance novels. I mean, what the heck? Yeah. I mean,
did she like candles, soft music?
Yeah. Maybe there were a few other things in their bedroom there, but hopefully they didn't find that.
Oh, it's TMI. Yeah. They got the idea.
Yeah. It's like, shame on her. All right. Okay, and you never got to go to the high school prom. I don't think it did. Anybody? Yeah, I know. I doubt it. If they did, they would have been like, "Oh, bad, reprimanded." We're gonna have a marking talk about that. Jeff, you went to prom? Low key. Okay, you better not have told nobody. I kept my mouth shut about it. Funny thing is, I wasn't drinking and no premarital sex in sight. What a bummer. Well, they think that
It's not.
They think that as soon as you go to the prom, you're going to just rip your throat clothes off and have no self-control. And that's just not true. Years ago, I took a sister to a show, but I was too tired to what? What is that? To walk home, and I got a friend.
Too tired to take her home, so I got a friend to take her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already read that. Way back.
Okay, here goes, Jane. I remember in high school classmates talking about kissing a guy 16 years. Oh, never kissed. They arranged for me to get kissed by a worldly boy.
Oh, my.
Oh, that's funny. When I was a teenager, me and my brothers were viewed as bad association. Don't they all think that? The elders. They're the worst. They're a bad association, the elders. But we knew the elders' children were sleeping around. See? The double standard. They've got away with it now 30 years later. Telling who you know, I guess. Hi, CJ. And you did finally get your t-shirt, right?
Yay. It took forever.
It took like a month.
That t-shirt went on a world tour.
Yeah, it did. Huh.
And bumper sticker.
From what I saw in my congregation, the married couples mostly are just trying to maintain a facade of contentment. Yeah, there's no true happy marriages. I don't care what people say. There isn't. Always saying stuff like, "Oh, you poor brother, all alone, spare me, I can see." Yes, their misery, exactly. I know, because I mean, like, you can say that you had like some people say, "Oh, we had a great marriage. We had a great marriage," as a Jehovah's Witness, but there's no true contentment there, and it's just because the elders are hovering over you, and you always have that constant sense of guilt and is this wrong? So it's hard to have like a truly happy marriage. Hi, CO visit. Oh, Jeff, you're funny. The dating pool, JW was more like a muddy puddle.
It's terrible. Who said that?
Jeff, you have a funny sense of humor. I love it. It's not Bethel. I know.
Cool sense.
Yes.
Greetings and good afternoon, guys. Hey, you too, Cool Sense.
Oh, okay. You went to the prom, SD, but you were adult when you converted. Okay. All right, Gerard. Years ago, I told a sister I was too tired to walk home after a show. Okay, and I got a friend to do it, and she said Jehovah wasn't in it, but I dropped her, and she met someone else on to rebound. Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's another thing. Your choices of relationship and people, of course, is all dependent on how they view Watchtower. Watchtower is number one. Your mate is second, because at any moment, if your mate decides, hey, you know what, I no longer believe in this, they think you should get divorced, and they break up families. The Watchtower, breaks up families based on belief.
But what happens at a JW pillow party? I don't know.
a Bethel pillow party.
Oh God,
too.
Bethel, yeah.
Okay. If there's a good catch for the brother or the sister, the elders are way ahead with arranging marriages. I know they don't admit doing that, but they do. Yeah, that's true. A girl asked me to the prom, and I said no. She was heartbroken. I know, and that's. I mean, I pretty much did the same thing. It's like, not because I wanted to say no, but because I couldn't. So. And of course, you feel guilty if you went and all that. Wow. At my old Kingdom Hall, elders' kids left the truth and went to prison and got disfellowship.
Good gracious.
Well, yeah, they weren't really following God very well, were they? Or Jehovah. I mean, or Watchtower,
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Watchtower is Jehovah.
Yeah. You go on a date, an elder will chaperone for you. Oh, I know. That's another thing, the chaperone nonsense. Oh, elders have so many rules that I know that to the point I had no music at my wedding reception, only piano music. I know, because there might be some lyrics in there that's not appropriate. Cool Sense. Greetings and good afternoon. Hey, Cool Sense. Hi, CO Visit. Yes. What? Oh, yeah, I like that. What you said, Bo. What happens at the pillow party? Okay. All right, so we'll just skip ahead a little. And
I can't elaborate nothing on
I know
proms or any of that. I've been on my own since I was 15.
He didn't go to prom.
No, my dad abandoned me. My whole family abandoned me when I was 15.
So it was kind of like a shunning.
Yeah,
but it was worse because you were.
I didn't have nobody. I mean, a small family, so
yeah,
only child.
He was shunned for a different reason.
Yeah,
it was more like abandonment, though.
Yeah, it was just abandonment. Yeah,
abandonment and shunning is basically the same thing, though. What? Let me see.
So I did go back to school and get some education, but it took a while.
Oh, yeah. So what happens to marriages if one of Jehovah's Witnesses leaves the truth? Marriages should not split over the worship choice. That's true. But in some cases, and I do know of one that does happen, the elders recommended that the wife divorce the husband. The husband left the truth, and the elders told her to divorce him, even though, divorce is supposed to be wrong.
Thank you, Jane.
And of course, she wouldn't be allowed to remarry. But they suggested that, and of course, that's what happened. And it's really sad because they break up families so bad.
Yeah.
Some of the witness parties I went to were a lot more, debauched than the worldly ones. I know, and that's another thing. Yeah.
Huh? I missed out.
Years ago, a sister turned me down, then complained to my friend I never asked her yet. Oh my goodness. I asked the sister to the prom after the meeting. Looking back, it must have been embarrassing. She called me a few days later and said she couldn't go.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Me and Born JW evidently have a lot in common. A lot of similarities.
Yeah. Hi, Shaq. Oh, No Spring Chicken. I like that name.
I do too.
I was attracted to the spiritually weaker as a teen. I never dated a JW. Well, you saved yourself. Good. I'm glad you never did date a JW. It's stressful.
That sounds stressful.
It was. I did. So it was stressful. Worldly people restored my hope in humanity. Yay! Okay. Don't remind me about planning my wedding reception. That experience sucked. You are a strong guy, Jane says.
Oh,
Because he was abandoned. Very sad story.
I survived it.
Yeah. What's the saying go? What doesn't make you something?
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There you go. Yay.
Thank God I got into bodybuilding.
It's good to have a hobby, you know,
Yeah.
or something that's positive in your life to deal with the negative.
Well, I tried the wild side and that didn't work out well. I was like, these people are dying, going to jail, all kinds of craziness. I don't want a part of that. I went to the gym.
Okay, wait, here goes a question. CJ says, if the governing body is God's channel and they're supposed to know the Bible, if one gets it wrong, the other's supposed to get it right because they're supposed to know the Bible. I know. So the governing body, also known as the faithful and discreet slave, they, of course, we all know the story. They think that they are getting channel messages from Jehovah God. But then if you ask the elders, well, what about when they get it wrong? Oh, well, sometimes they make a mistake. I mean, that's what I don't understand. Where are these people's brains? Like, okay, well, if God is telling you something, it's like you're a prophet and the prophet writes down what is being said. So how would you get it wrong? And then also, if you're going to go by the Bible, it says God is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He is never changing. So why are they always changing? So this would be like a good thing to ask Jehovah's Witnesses too, I think. Might not wake them up, but it's a good question.
Yeah.
Yes, and they did. A lot of Kingdom Halls had a lot of gossip, for sure.
Jeannie Parfum, hey.
Oh, Ginny, hi.
She's way down.
I know. I got her right here. Hi, everyone. She says, my sister went to 2 proms with Jehovah's Witnesses. What? Okay. That's unusual. And I don't know. Maybe it depends on the congregation. Sometimes that makes a difference too, because some congregations, the elders are more lenient and some are not, although that's against the rules as far as I know, but it might be a gray area.
Gerald Windsor says, have you put your report in for September?
Yeah. I know that's annoying too. Because I was always be like, oh man, I didn't put enough hours in this month. And it was embarrassing, because they look at that. I married a JW guy at 17 years old, but read a manual about the wedding night. I was so nice. Oh, I know.
John Marciano.
I know a JW sister whose husband was abusive. I know that's another thing, is there's a lot of abuse sometimes in these marriages. And he had an affair. Elders advised her to concentrate on being a good wife and in complete misery for 15 more years with more parents and finally divorced. She should have just divorced him right off the bat. The POS.
Paul Yerkes. I was a weird JW. I was in a weird JW family, so we were even unpopular in the congregation. Certainly. Also not in school.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's John Marciano.
John before him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And you want me to read it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it again. John says, your youth's getting the best out of it. The book that ruined a lot of young people. Yeah.
Yeah, that book. I know.
I never saw that
they
book.
don't give good advice. Oh. I think it's a red book, and it came before the Young People Ask book. I know, right? Like what you say, happy thoughts, no proms, no birthdays, no Christmas. In the UK, well, that's universal. It's a bummer. But hey, guess what? We get to celebrate any holiday we want now. And I personally love costume parties, so I like Halloween because I just like to dress up.
Okay, Bo the Hopper says, is it right that there is no action against a JW for celebrating a birthday? Actually, I think there is action against them, but technically, according to what they're trying to say, I saw what you're saying where Wally had read all that out of the new elders manual, but I think it's still a loss of privilege offense.
Okay.
Well, they call it reprove.
Reproved, yeah. Putting hours in service felt like putting gas in the tank of my car, expensive and didn't get me far in life. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I pioneered for 3 years. I hated it, but I did it because, I felt like I was supposed to. Obligation thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like it. I didn't ever like going in service. Who does like going in service? But you just do it because you feel like you're supposed to.
Did you ever get any dogs chasing you?
Trying to remember.
Well, you guys didn't do rule.
Sometimes.
Did you?
Sometimes we did. Yeah, it seemed like, well, there were some dogs that would be like ferocious that we just didn't go on the property.
Oh, okay.
If that was the case. The few JW weddings I went, it wasn't bad. Then again, what is that? Trinus. Trinidadian. Okay, like to party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a pretty good wedding before. That was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not going to say there isn't some fun in there. Okay, let's see. Yep. It's, Jenny, you did say this. Did you read that one? It's not fair that a woman in the JW can't divorce when her husband is. I know.
Yeah, I was going to read. I thought I'd read it.
I agree with you. I mean, I am so angry when I hear about those kinds of stories. Like, and I mean, it should.
The one before that. Oh.
It shouldn't happen on either side, but usually the men are the ones who are physically. I don't know if I can say that word.
No. Oh, abusive. Yeah, you can say that
word. Okay. But I mean, sometimes women are too.
Yeah.
But either way, it should not be forced that you have to stay with somebody that you're miserable with for whatever reason, whether there's a squandering of money, if there's abuse going on of any kind, maybe he or she's a drunk, there's all kinds of stuff. So why do you have to be with somebody like that? Just because you made a bad choice, you shouldn't be stuck with that forever for the rest of your life.
People are supposed to compliment each other and lift each other up, not destroy and break apart, man. It's destructive.
How do you know if you are a psychotic auditory hallucinations?
Oh my.
Ooh.
How do you know? Well, if you're having them, I don't think you would know. I mean, technically, it would be other people around you that would notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, okay. Jeff, you said I always looked at people who actually like pioneering with fascination. I know. It felt like they were oddly out of touch with reality. I know. I thought the same thing. Because I would ask sometimes like, hey, did you like Pioneer School? Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was and I'm like, huh? I'm like, what am I not getting here? I didn't get it. But maybe it is like a fake sense of you're supposed to like it, and then maybe they think they're kind of like brainwashed to believe that they like it, even though maybe they really don't.
Let's give this a plug real quick. Shaq the composer says in 2 weeks he's going, or she is going to an Exjw meetup in Las Vegas. There's supposed to be 20 or 30 going. I'm really looking forward to it. That is going to be cool. And we got married in Las Vegas.
We should go. It's in 2 weeks, so
yep.
It's too soon.
We got married by Elvis.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
Oh my goodness, your sister pioneered for 20 years.
Ooh.
She left JW and her recruit still there. Oh my goodness. Wow. She left. Well, good for her for leaving.
Yeah, after 20 years of that. Oof.
And I like what you say, Born JW. Millions now living are waking up and they're leaving. Since 2020, I'd say it's really been a surge of people exiting.
Esty says, I'm very introverted and always disliked FS.
Field service.
Oh, it feels. I got you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, if you're introverted, that'd be a nightmare.
Oh, oh my goodness. When I go to the door, my heart was pounding. I was like, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And I would just try to stick to a few scriptures that I knew. And I would try to use whatever was out at the time of what, here's what you should say. And I'd be like, man, I didn't prepare. And I'd always hated going to the door. And especially if you got somebody mean, of course.
Oh, I love it. Cool sense. That is actually cool. The Watchtower has a Jedi mind trick. They can move the goalpost anytime with the light getting brighter nonsense. They just change the understanding. That's true. They change understanding. Oh, and they don't owe nobody an apology.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's the good part.
Mm-hmm.
They're not inspired or fallible.
Mm-hmm.
So these are people just spitting out words and people follow blindly as if it was Jehovah God, but they're not inspired.
Yeah. Okay, so Happy Thought says, I watched Nehemiah Gordon, a Hebrew scholar, talking about divorce is not what we're taught. Well, I'd like to know more about that. That sounds interesting. They did nothing about her elderly husband and slapping her around. Well, they don't care because the elders are doing the same thing. Unfortunately. You just have to end up just leaving and just be like, I'm done. Tired of these people abusing me.
I saw a lot of strange things going door to door, Jay said. I bet you did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Has anybody ever gone to the door and you go inside and you're like, oh, my God, it's so disgusting in here. I don't want to stay anywhere. I mean, some places would be so filthy. And I would be scared to even sit on the couch. I'd be like, I want to get out of here. And it would stink and stuff. And you're like, you just be in the worst neighborhood sometimes.
I know this is a terrible business, but there was someone I knew that had a business and they sold meat in a cooler, and they'd go door to door and sell us meat out of these coolers.
So you did a little pioneering yourself there.
Yeah, well, I thought I wanted to get into this business with this guy, and he made a lot of money doing it. I just didn't have what it took. But when you go to the door and some dude answers the door naked, I'm done. I'll see you guys.
Oh my God.
You can have this mess, man.
Man, Jay, your wife has been pioneering for 30 years. How did she stand that? Oh my goodness, Jeff. Okay, I agree with you. Field service was easier in a foreign language. I did the foreign language as well. The householders would be so relieved when we told them we weren't there to speak to them, but French-speaking people. We did the same thing. Like we would just go to people's houses that we thought was Spanish-speaking, and we didn't have to go door to door. And then if we thought if they weren't Hispanic, we would just say, hey, does anybody in your household speak Spanish? They're like, no. And we're like, okay, thanks. Anybody else around here speak Spanish? I don't know. Okay, bye. So it was easier.
Oh my Lord. Jane Spitfire stepped on a snake once.
Oh my goodness.
She screamed and hooped and up and hopped up and down. And her niece had a gun pulled on her once at the door. Good gracious.
Yeah, my mom has had a gun pulled on her before. I never had a gun.
Oh, she screamed or screamed, one of the two.
Probably screamed.
Yes. Yeah, she said screamed, not creamed. I was just making a
joke. Oh, okay. So you worked unassigned territory, Jeff, in the backwoods in Kentucky. One house was secluded, over 100 cats, and the guy lived alone and seriously looked in. Probably. Oh my goodness. I can't. That must have been smelly, unless it was that like all outdoor cats. But obviously he wasn't getting them fixed, and he should have.
There's nothing stinks worse than cat pee.
Ugh. Yeah. I'm certain some of the elders on my body who were so involved in everything were taking so much in order to avoid having to spend time with their wives. They must have been miserably unhappy.
They must have some terrible wives.
I think
isn't the point wanting to be with your spouse? I mean,
yeah. Well, see, a lot of times you end up choosing someone you wouldn't normally choose because it's kind of hard to date. Because you have to have a chaperone the whole entire time. And then people want to know, are you going to get married? Are you going to get married? It's just, hold on a minute. I'm getting to know this person.
Yeah.
Because you got to get married quickly, because, you don't want to be tempted.
I want to test drive this Ferrari to make sure it's not a Pinto in disguise. I mean, seriously.
No. Okay. Nothing more embarrassing than someone sleeping naked on the couch, and I didn't realize it until after I knocked. She was hungover on top of it. Oh,
Man.
yeah. And then, why do they answer the door? I mean, somebody answered the door. Dumb.
Oh my! I had a roommate in California, man. He done telemarketing, and some of the things that he said people would say when he would call them, and it was crazy. Like if they were in the middle of stuff, they didn't care.
Wow.
Like wow.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lauren, JW. Most JW marriages are miserable. And it's just because, again, you have that gray cloud over you all the time. You have the fear, obligation, guilt, and you can't just relax. Okay, no, we got to go out in service. We got to go to the meeting. We got to prepare for the meeting, blah, 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 blah. And so it's just constant work, and you're just never happy. Okay, Jane, you have a story here that your sister was walking up to some steps at a house, and there was lots of snow, and she slid off the porch and then fell in a snowdrift. Her legs were up in the air, and the others in the car were cracking up. And that was mean.
That's terrible.
Yes. I actually slipped and fell on snow once when I was at the door, and I still have a scar to prove it. But it wasn't a bad fall. Oh, yeah. Jeff, I agree with you. The no passing signs gave me some relief. I was like, oh, yeah, me too. I was like, yay. And sometimes I would be with somebody who would be like, hey, let's go on anyways. And I'm like, I don't want to get shot here,
There's one for you.
I'm not going. You go ahead.
You'll have to do this one.
Okay. Hablo español. Okay. Cool. Hi, Gerard.
What does he say?
Hablo español. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Gerard says that he's gone to Panama and Colombia a lot of times, and he's going to go again next month.
Cool.
Yay! So Shaq, you say back in the 90s, we would go inside a complete stranger's house if they were interested. Yes, me too. I mean, I think they still do that, don't they? I had some weird experiences. Nothing worse than a house that reeks of cigarettes and cat piss. Oh. I know. It's true. I mean, there were times where I did not want to sit down. It seemed just so dirty. It was never good when someone knocks on the door and wakes up someone's baby. Oh, I know. I hated that. Or like, I did not want to go to the out in service on a holiday because everybody be at home. They're enjoying passing gifts around or eating a nice meal with their friends and family, and then here comes some Jehovah's Witnesses and knock on your door, and everybody's like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah, that would be
like,
embarrassing.
why are you out here and you're not celebrating the holiday? And
yeah,
we don't celebrate any holidays. So I never wanted to go out in service on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving Day. It just felt weird, and I felt like I was bothering people. Fear, obligation, guilt, and meddling elders that are miserable with questionable motives. Yeah. That is so true. I called on a home of a disabled lady who wasn't able to clear up her dog's poop. Ooh. I tiptoed through to the front door. It was like a ew. It was like a maze. She took a brochure, so I had to go back for the return. I'm like, why did she pick up that poop? And that poor dog, it probably doesn't get out much. That is gross, but it's true. Stuff like that does happen. Interesting how these experiences were never told on stage. I know, it's like, okay, Sister Smith, tell us today how was let us know about your experience serving in let's just say I'll name it Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. Yeah, so I went to this house one time and there was just dog poop all over the place, and I was like walking through a maze to get over to hand this lady a brochure, and then she wanted me to come back for return visit, and what do you know, she ended up coming into the truth.
Now that's dedication. this.
I'm like, okay, they don't
Thank
want to
you,
hear
Sister
that. Hi, Dallas.
Oh, hey, Dallas.
There was always that person in service who lacked any. Oh, Jeff, you were so hilarious.
What?
There was always that person in service who lacked any common sense. They could see a pack of Dobermans in a gated yard, but still felt like it would be somehow safe and okay to go onto the property. Yeah, because Jehovah's with them, so they're invincible.
That would be Willie Smith. Poor guy.
Yeah, we knew some people like that. So if Jehovah's Witnesses close up Kingdom Halls, what would active Jehovah's Witnesses do then? That's a good question. Well, are they going to be on Zoom? The meetings?
That's exactly what they would do. They would just take everything to Zoom.
What about the zealot fanatics that have to go out in field service,
You know who that's a good thing to ask, because it does look like they're going to go more into Zoom and only do meetings at the Kingdom Hall part-time compared to like they do them now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's probably what will happen.
Yep.
Okay, so you say one time in winter time we got cussed out by a householder and told to leave. Then while backing out, we got stuck. And he had to help pull us out. He was so pissed. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, he had no right to be cursing at you, though. I mean, that's just the thing. It's like nobody needs to be mean.
Oh, Colin Galanos. I like that.
Yeah.
Can you see his?
I'll
read it.
Okay.
One time, a sister in my group fainted on the doorstep of a house. She and her partner had called on. Fortunately, the householder was very kind. Thank goodness.
Oh, she fainted?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, there's another one here. One time I used my book bag as a sled.
That's pretty cool.
And rode it down a steep driveway on a snowy service day. Getting up the driveway was a nightmare. I literally crawled. It was so slippery. Yep. It was fun going down, though. As a kid, I went in service on Christmas. It sucked, but most people were not home. Oh, they were home, probably. Well, maybe not, because they might have been visiting some people, but they probably weren't answering the door if they were there. And you're like, phew, thank goodness. Las Vegas, bring back the cheap buffets,
no
and free
doubt.
parking, and scrape the resort fee.
Yeah, but Vegas has overpriced itself now. Look at the streets there; it's empty. Yeah, man, I've been watching people going to Vegas right now, and there's nobody in. The Strip does not look like the Strip normally. Mm-hmm. You don't see the bumper cars, because
what are they doing?
They overprice. They're pricing themselves out of a tourist destination.
We had to pay to park, so they're still
but what he's talking about, years ago, you didn't have to do that. Oh. Yeah, if you stayed at the resort, you parked there in the parking
We still
decks.
had to pay to park, even though we're staying in the resort. Yeah. Stupid.
And that's back when Fremont Street, though, was the real deal. It was not like it is now. But building that canopy was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I personally, the thing I don't like about Las Vegas is I don't like the 3-foot deep pools. Because they're worried somebody's going to get drunk and pass out and die.
Don't some of them go up to 5?
Not the ones we stayed at. It was 3 feet, 3.5, I think. It was stupid. And then, of course, there's no balconies because, God forbid, some idiot decides to jump off. So,
that's because they lose everything and jump off.
I know. Well, I mean, that's their fault. I mean, I shouldn't have to pay because some dummy decides to jump off. I want to have a balcony.
It would be a tourist attraction.
I want to have a balcony and I want a deeper pool.
Trampolines at the bottom. It'd be really cool to watch.
Yeah, that's true. We used to sell out stadiums. I just watched Oasis for 2 nights this weekend, where my delegate parents met in 1963 at the International Pioneer Meeting, Rose Bowl, Pasadena. I have the original brochure. Wow. Yeah, they used to sell out, but not anymore.
Oh, so you saw Oasis, man. I can't believe they're back together. The brothers that hate each other so badly. Phenomenal, talented brothers, though. Crazy, but talented.
Yeah.
Those pools ain't deep enough.
I know. They're terrible. Field service sucks all the time. I agree. I never liked it. I don't know. Did anybody really enjoy field service? I'd like to know. Did anyone actually enjoy going in field service? I mean, I know you're going to think about it now and say, no, I don't like it. But did you really, at the time, thinking back, did you like that? Or here's a different question. What did you like about being a Jehovah's Witness, if anything at all? Was there anything that you liked?
Oh, Jeff has a good one here. He says, question, speaking of Christmas, did your congregation do anything on Christmas? We did a Chinese buffet and bowling.
Oh.
The Christmas Story, the movie. That would be, the Chinese, because they burnt their dinner.
One older sister couldn't climb the stairs in service, so she would crawl up the stairs. It was elder abuse and not a very good witness. Yeah. That's true. Very sad.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff or Jay said the same thing you used to say.
What is it?
He said, I used to hope people didn't answer the door. That's you.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Jenny Parfume. You want to do it?
I
got it.
Okay.
Was there any time when going door to door that someone had you thinking, I was on the door of a pastor and he asked about the blood transfusion policy? What if it was a child dying? I had no answer.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, Jenny.
That's good. And those kinds of questions is what sometimes wakes Jehovah's Witnesses up, being in service. And I think Wally, he said that he was trying to prove 1914, and when he couldn't, that's what kind of helped him wake up. So there are people who exit out of JW because of questions that they can't answer.
Dallas, you're correct. Those pools do need to be 8 to 12 foot, but I think it's too much of a liability for them.
Okay, so I had asked, what did anybody like about being a Jehovah's Witness? You like the district conventions. Those were our vacation. Okay, I would say the same. I don't think I liked the entire district convention. Some of it was boring, but I loved the drama. That was my favorite part. I love the dramas. So as a Jehovah's Witness, my favorite thing was the dramas at the district assemblies.
Esty said, I didn't like anything about being a JW.
He didn't like anything at all. Okay. I would just say there was, one other thing I can think of. There was a couple of really fun get-togethers that I had gone to when I was a young teenager, and it was music, and they put on this whole show, like it was all Jehovah's Witnesses. They put on a whole show about it was like dress up, where you pretended to be somebody. One guy was Elvis Presley. My mom and I did the Judd sisters, Winona and Naomi. And so it was lip syncing, and it was fun. So that was fun. It was like a great fun get together, performing. And so that was fun. My brother in my hall won $35,000 in a casino in Las Vegas. What? He later became a ministerial servant. He wasn't supposed to do that. That's gambling.
When people would tell me that, that I had an experience of dying and what they saw, I had no answer for them. When I asked an elder for help, he didn't know what to say either. Dang. So
people would say they had, are you talking like a near-death experience?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting they shared that with you. Okay, Jenny only liked maybe dressing up. I hated doing that.
I didn't like anything, maybe to dress up. Yeah. Okay, your favorite thing was the closing prayer. Oh no,
As
it
long as it
depends
didn't
on
go
who was
over.
doing it,
Yeah,
because sometimes they
sometimes.
would go on and on.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. As long as it didn't take forever, like you said, for JW. I know. My neighbor has a young daughter who died. She had sincere questions about Jehovah's Witnesses not allowing the children to have blood transfusions. My heart truly hurt for her. And I knew deep down inside she was right.
Oh, Shaq, the composer, said, I like dinner and pool time after the convention. Seeing old friends was nice once. No, other than that, it was boring. Yeah, the conventions were boring. So I guess you guys stayed at a hotel and went to the pool.
I like the feeling when the meeting finished. Yes.
Oh, Bo the Hopper actually did like being an elder.
Really?
It came to trying to help people, though, shepherding,
Okay.
not realizing I was actually making their lives worse. Oh,
Well, your intentions were good.
yeah, that's true.
You were trying. You did like to
That's
be
the thing with witnesses. A lot of witnesses are good people. They're just misled because they think they're doing something good that's helpful, not aware that they're doing something damaging. So, not your fault, my friend. I like the part where we got to go on. I hear you, time will pass.
So Shaq liked dinner and pool time after the convention. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be fun.
Well, there's the one I knew Jeff would like. Jeff said he liked foreign language because I love culture and I got to experience people from other cultures. That's actually really cool too that you guys did that.
Yeah.
I mutilate the English language. I'm not even going to.
Okay. Oh yeah. So you liked foreign language. Did you just say that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be fun to just be around different cultures too.
The congregation picnics were fun, but when the organization said we couldn't call them congregation picnics anymore, the elders stopped having them. I never knew they did that.
What is wrong with a congregation picnic? See how they try to ruin any kind of happiness and fun? I know there was this one elder in our congregation who was like, you can't have anniversary parties because that's not good. And so there was like a 25th year anniversary for some couples in our congregation. And it was kind of a big thing. He didn't go. And there was like some sort of article in the Watchtower about how we are not supposed to make a big deal about anniversary parties, because remember, nobody matters in that religion. So you can't put emphasis on yourself.
Maverick's funny. Maverick says, Anthony, I like the suits, ties, and cheesy lapel badges.
Okay, let me see.
Be cool if everybody was dressed the same but different.
Oh, I liked walking around in circles during the intermission of the district conventions. Yeah, seeing all the pretty girls, those were fun memories. I liked walking around. I'm a people watcher, so I like to watch people too. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to check everything. Okay, Paul. JW kids end up being amazing musical talent often. Michael Jackson, Dave Mustaine, yep.
Yeah.
John Wool, Notorious Big, Prince, Paul from Objects, and so many more.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that a lot of them have went on. Same thing with Mormons, man. What's up with those two?
Oh yeah. Okay, Maverick, you did have some close friends. Okay, wow, that's unusual. I've never experienced that, but that's good. You did have close friends, but you have to be careful though. They can snitch on you. That's the whole point. Or you could snitch on them. Unless they just didn't snitch. Okay, so Dallas, you would like those. I'd like those to have slides and diving boards. I saw certain states don't have as many liability regulations. That's mostly in the Midwest. Okay, this is talking about Las Vegas. Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Hey, reasonable to conclude.
Okay, you old timers know about 3 meetings a night a week. Yep, yeah. Well, I had 6 because we went to English and Spanish. What? Why did you have to do both?
Holy moly!
Oh, I know, like, when I was first learning Spanish, that was one of the things we were supposed to do, like, go to both so that we didn't, miss out on the information. So there had been a couple of times where I had to go to more than one meeting, but it wasn't like a regular thing. I'm like, no way. But yeah, it was like Sunday for 2 hours, because now it's an hour and 45 minutes. And then Tuesday night book study for an hour. And then Thursday night meeting from like 7:30 to 9:15. And then of course field service. So it just, too
What
much.
is she doing?
We have a dog over here who's grunting and she's just rolling around on the floor in case you hear some weird noises.
Stian one. Hi.
Oh, hi. Reasonable to conclude. Hi. Hello. Watchtower doesn't want any responsibility in there. Yes.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. That's true. They don't want to be responsible for anything.
Yeah.
Anything bad. One time, a young sister in my congregation got bit by a dog in field service. Her non-witness dad was furious. Oh, yeah. That's so.
That's so, yeah.
I know. It's dangerous to be out there. You just never know what you're going to encounter.
Shaq, the composer, went to English and Spanish for about 6 months, doing both. Or doing double meetings on Sunday was very exhausting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, it's already just enough to like make you crazy.
Look, when I was studying with the witnesses and going to the Kingdom Hall with her, I'd go in there and fall asleep. That was the boringest thing I'd ever experienced. You'd never be able
to handle being a pioneer or an elder or any of that. When we used cassettes to record meetings, a brother forgot to press the record buttons. So when we pressed pause, Simon and Garfunkel blurted out, "Oh my goodness." Oh, that's funny. Oh, yes. Is it Stian? Did you bring your binoculars? I used to do that. I used to people watch the entire time. I'd bring my binoculars. I'd like to sit up high and I would be like this the whole time. It would be so much fun. Like you can just really focus in on somebody doing something stupid, like picking their nose.
All I know is it's boring.
Well, that's what made it fun. You could get on the binoculars and do this the whole time. And then after lunch, you'd fall asleep.
It's even worse now because it's only like half the amount of people at the convention. No, it's even less than that.
Yes. And the cheese danishes were legend. I was part of that. Used to buy my food there with your tickets. I used to make the food.
You still got any tickets left?
No, you had to give them away.
Oh. They still have the kitchen at the assembly hall.
Yeah, they do, but it hasn't been used in years.
Yeah.
They don't want social events to be official congregation events and not a notice board or announced from platform to avoid any legal liability. Also, I do remember they used to always say, like, you couldn't hand out your business cards and don't tell anybody and don't advertise what kind of stuff you do out because, this is just for the Kingdom Hall and a place of worship and you can't be advertising anything. So they made a big deal about that. Everything's a big deal. It's annoying.
Oh, you're getting caught up.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It used to be 3 times a week plus family study. Oh, enough to drive you insane. I hated having to study the Watchtower with my family, like prepare for that. Because, it's already an hour at the meeting. And then you have to do the same thing at home. Yeah. You have to read the paragraph and answer the question and underline an answer and then read some scriptures and make sure you look up the verses now. And I was like, oh, I hated that. And that was another thing too, is like my mom or my parents, sometimes they wouldn't let us have friends over until after we studied and prepared for the Watchtower, because, it's the weekend. So we had to do that first before we could have friends over. I really did like book study. The conductor was never there, so I conducted a lot. I got really close to them. It was the Kingdom Hall book study, so we were like the halfway house book study. Okay. Well, I like sometimes when we could like bring snacks over.
What's the book study?
Just one day a week you go to somebody's house or sometimes at the Kingdom Hall and you had to study a book that they assign for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
And it's question and answer nonsense as well. I mean, they still do it. They just do it in one meeting instead of two, during the week. And then, and the book always changes every so often. After you've studied one book, then you move on to the next.
Unless it was Revelation's book, you just keep going over it.
That book you had to study like 2 or 3 times. I was like, oh no, not this again.
And then you just regurgitate the answers they want you to. Don't give your own answer.
And I liked having food at the end. That was kind of nice. Sometimes we'd bring food over. There was a CO in Minnesota that said baptism should be a solemn event, no making a victory lap around the pool. Yeah. Let's not praise anything. Let's not have fun at all. Once in the memorial, what? In the memorial, was that tramp came?
Mm-hmm. A tramp came in.
Oh, okay. When the bread came, I can't understand what this means. I'm just gonna move on.
A tramp came in. He picked up the bread and took it.
And then just because he was hungry?
Yeah.
He or she?
It sounds like a he's talking about.
Okay. It's usually a woman that's a tramp.
Different kind of tramp. Talking about a very poor person.
Oh, okay. Is this like English from England or something?
No, it's English in America.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's just another way, different way of using it.
A homeless person, you mean?
There you go.
Okay. My stepdad was an elder and he started congregations. One time we converted a garage at a brother's house into a kingdom hall. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow.
Might be doing that again with as few people as in there.
Yeah. There won't be many. You got in fights with many dogs in service. Jay.
What did he say?
He got in fights with a lot of dogs in service.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's always some dog out there. I was always like calling the law on people who had dogs that didn't look like they were cared for or animals. I was always like I would call the non-emergency line and have, because I care about animals. I don't want them to be mistreated.
Just people that didn't know it was you that did it.
Well, they didn't know. And I mean, I don't care if they do know, because I want these animals to be cared for. I didn't do it right then. I would wait until later. And then I knew this guy who was a policeman, and I would be like, yeah, do you know, can you tell me more about this address or that address? And he's like, what are you doing over there in those neighborhoods? So I had to tell him about going out in field service. We made our meeting slightly less mind-numbing by clapping after assignments and video. That's true. It did help wake you up a little bit until the CO put a stop to that. What? Not sure what scripture he was thinking.
Really soon.
Oh, so silly. Also, they made a Watchtower article was about like when you are praying during the meeting, like when they're saying the prayer, you can't be over here doing this. You had to like keep your hands to yourself. And I was like, this is so silly. Of course, we all know about the no clapping when somebody gets reinstated.
Tramp in UK is what you call hobo.
Oh, so he is from the UK.
Well, it's an American thing too. I mean, there's 2 ways to use the tramp, or at least I know of.
Well, I didn't know that. Okay.
There's a tramp that lives out in the streets, you know, it's a poor person. And then there's a tramp that's, somebody of loose character.
A woman, usually. I got some stories. I left home at 13 years. I'm going to interview. Oh, you are? Okay. Yay. We'll be glad to have you on the channel when you're ready.
Who's this?
Born JW.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Field service
Maverick,
is
too.
Dangerous. Yeah. Field service is dangerous. That's true, it is. A JW
bomb.
Sister,
there you go, Maverick.
Yeah, it's a bomb, right? A JW sister out in field service was pushed down by the householder. She fell hard in the ground. Oh.
Yeah, movie Lady and the Tramp. That's right, because he was a tramp. He was poor.
Oh.
He lived out in the streets.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. Sorry. So wait, a JW sister out in field service was pushed down by the householder. Why would they do that? That's so mean.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's terrible.
I used to always offer them bottles of water and stuff.
But that's the thing. It's like a Jehovah's Witness is going to feel justified that they are of the devil and Satan when they're that mean. Okay, so Deanne liked the conventions because it was the only time you got some sleep. And also, I felt like I didn't feel as judged at the convention because there's so many people, so nobody knew you, and it was kind of nice.
Now, this is years before I met Casey, but Jehovah's Witnesses came to my door in California, and it was hot. I was asleep. I woke up. Always offer people a bottle of water. I don't know why. I just do. I was like, "Hey, you want some water?" And it's like, "Yeah, well, a glass of water back then, I think." And it's like, "No, we're fine." They started wanting to talk to me about Jehovah, and man, I was like, "Look, there's nothing you can tell me that I probably haven't already read." And I said, "I know that this is something," but I was like, "I don't believe any of this." I said, "You're wasting your breath." And that's the worst thing I could have said to them people. They wouldn't leave me alone. It was like
what did they
2 months. They kept coming back. I was like, geez, I should have told them I was a Catholic or something.
Wow. And
I was trying not to be mean. I was trying not to be rude or any of that.
This is before you knew me?
Oh, this is when I was still in California.
Oh, okay. So they kept coming back to...
Yeah, it kept aggravating me. I was like, man, what's wrong with you people?
So
I finally got flustered.
But were they did they like study with you then? Did you try to study?
No, I told them I didn't believe. I said, I don't believe in this.
But why did you?
And then I finally told them, I said, you wouldn't approve of my lifestyle. You wouldn't approve of what I do for a living. I said, you guys need to go away.
Well, you can change.
Yeah, true.
But also, how do you know you wouldn't have believed what they were teaching? You didn't know what they taught.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to hear anything about Christianity back then.
Technically, they're not Christians.
Well, that's true.
They believe in Jehovah.
But that was just kind of weird. I thought by telling them that they'd go away, but no.
Yeah. Oh, who got the book of Jehovah's Witnesses written in 1943? The Truth Shall Make You Free. It's a purple one. Oh, they have some new drawings in there. You know, I think I have heard of that. Baby. I do not believe we have that. I have heard of this book. I'm looking over to see. That's a pretty old book, though.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if I do. I don't think so. I've got a ton of old books, but that might not be one. Come here if you want to.
Okay, this is neat. Born JW said, I stopped closing my eyes during prayers when they taught me to do that as a ministerial servant. You would be surprised what goes on during a prayer. I didn't even close my eyes after that. Wait, so what are people doing? Like during prayer? Are they well, so when we went to the assembly, he was looking around during the prayer and he saw a lot of people were not bowing their heads.
Oh yeah, I did. I done it this time because somebody said do it. Mm-hmm. And they said, I saw it somewhere.
What else did you see?
Man, I saw a bunch of people wouldn't bow in their heads. I saw a couple of couples talking to each other.
So that might be the people who are PMOs, you know?
Yeah.
So one sister invited the local alcoholic to the meeting. She was smelly and sat at the front. She started heckling, "What?" and then stood up cursing and shouting the F word while storming out. Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh,
yeah, I wouldn't have ever done that. Jeez.
We had one lady. Okay, I hadn't seen something like that before, but one time, a little story is we were at the meeting. Of course, it was a Watchtower meeting. And question and answer, whatever. And then this lady was sitting, like she was just sitting in the middle of the row or whatever. And she had this like hand towel with her. And she just looked all sad. And she was, you know, a visitor. We didn't know who she was. And then she all of a sudden she came up to the stage and just started saying something. I forgot what it was, like asking for help or something. And then like, yeah, she was crying and she was asking for help. But
Oh my.
so
She was in the wrong place for that.
and of course, it was like interrupting the meeting. So what happened was the elders like got her and they escorted her out, and she was kind of like resisting them, and they were like, come on. and like, this poor lady is asking for help. Of course, it was the wrong time to be doing that, but anyways, weird. In announcements, an elder went on the platform with a bag of toenails they collected off the oh my goodness. How gross. Oh, all right, everybody. This bag of toenails here, you people aren't cleaning. y'all need to pick these things up with the vacuum them up better. I distributed copies, explained the no blood policy, shunning, and the role of the hospital liaison committee. They were visibly shocked and said they would look into it. That's good. I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? You shouldn't be embarrassed of what you teach. Hi, Esther.
Oh, Jay said some JWs would say, don't cast your pearls before swine if people are not interested. See, yeah, that would make sense. But I think because if you're kind to them, they're not used to that. You offer them water, be very nice, polite.
Yeah. Esther. She finally came in.
Esther. Hey, Esther.
Yay. We're so glad you made it.
My fellow mods. Yeah.
Let's see. Since I had a box of the previous Elders Book edition, I visited major hospitals and met with patient relations, clinical Okay, that's what. Okay, I missed that part. So you had the box of the previous Elders Book edition, and then you distributed copies explaining their no blood policy and stuff like that.
No.
That's actually good. I'm glad you did that, because it would be shocking when you're like, by the way, we don't do this and we don't do that, and we shun people and we don't allow them to have a life-saving blood transfusion. Who wore the SOS strap? I sadly did. It told that I wouldn't take blood.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what SOS strap is. Someone else is asking. I had like the no blood card in my wallet.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jane. What is SOS?
I was reading the Watchtower at the Watchtower study, but hadn't studied it last week, and I started reading from like the wrong page or something. How embarrassing. Yeah. Oh, Esther, you are so sweet.
Members for 2 months. Oh wow, thank you, Esther.
Sorry for coming in late. So grateful for you guys. Member for 2 months. Thank you. So sweet.
Yep.
Let's see. Star. Yay. Thank you. Okay. Wait a second.
Come here, Joey.
It's so Gerard, you were reading the Watchtower, and at the Watchtower study, you hadn't studied. And I started reading from the paragraph weeks before. That's so funny. Okay, so SOS means save. Oh, when she's asking.
Come here, Joey.
Save on self. It was a strap like a watch, and it had written SOS on it. It's not English. Well, SOS is English, yes. But I mean,
is it like those bracelets, like those health bracelets people wear?
Okay. So you put it on, like you wore it.
Like the Red Cross bracelets and stuff people used to wear.
Okay, maybe.
Or it says, like, I used to have one that said, "Don't give me penicillin."
Okay, I see.
I see.
Born JW says he did. One time on my way to surgery, a nurse tore into me and asked me why I wasn't prepared with my indoctrinated canned response. She just shook her head. Oh. Okay, so inside was a piece of paper. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I get
I
you.
never wore that, but I mean, I could see that's a good idea. Well, it could be a good idea just to have one if there's something specific you want emergency technicians to know.
I wonder what the JWs think about doing stem cells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's curious to know.
If anyone knows
Yeah.
what the rules are on stem cells with Jehovah's Witnesses. A couple weeks ago, a PME sister said 2 middle-aged sisters in her congregation got into a physical altercation on the front steps of the Kingdom Hall. Oh my goodness. Elders had to separate them. Man, not very Christian of them, is it?
No.
Colin. Hi, Colin. That's a good one.
Like Randy Hicks said 2 ladies got into an argument because one grabbed the other one's hat at the Kingdom Hall one time.
Oh, really? Yeah. So that's crazy. Oh.
I mean, it was like some function going on. It wasn't even nothing that it wasn't at a service. Oh, that's when they've done that barbecue and stuff. You remember that? At the, where they all met there? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I remember now. But yeah.
As a Jehovah's Witness, you are completely convinced that refusing a blood transfusion is a good healthcare decision. Yep. Irrespective of the religious side of it. That's true, because I used to believe that, blood was sacred to Jehovah. And because of that, we weren't supposed to have blood. And that in the end, we could die and we'd be resurrected into paradise earth. And if we did take the blood transfusion, then we wouldn't be. So that's,
did you just do something bad, Joey?
Why everybody would follow that, because they were scared that they would lose out on their eternal life. But then when you try to explain it to people, it's just like, well, it's because blood is sacred. And you're like, okay, that's not a very good reason to not. I mean, I don't have to die to give you some of my blood. So what's the big deal? If Jehovah's Witnesses are so strict on the blood, why don't they eat halal or kosher meat?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because that means there's definitely no blood in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been blessed by a rabbi if it's kosher.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of going to college here, Jane, it's amazing to me how, I mean, it wasn't ever an official rule not to go to college. It was always like suggested, but it wasn't like a flat out doctrine. So some people did go to college, but they weren't supposed to really. And now that it's okay, people act like it was never not okay. And it's like the brainwashing is so powerful that no matter what the governing body says, even if they said something completely different before and changed it, they'll buy it. The rank and file will buy it like, oh yeah, it's no big deal.
Del Rey Love.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that. My father, who was an unbeliever, dragged my mom, me, and my brothers out of the hall during meeting one time. And while driving out of the parking lot, he hit an elder's car. Oh,
now, why was he dragging y'all out of the hall? I mean, that's embarrassing. Why would he do that? That's mean.
Yeah, it sounds like a bit of an ass.
Mm-hmm.
No offense. I mean, I'm sure you love your father, but geez, that's kind of mean.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, that's uncalled for.
Yeah. They avoid eye contact with me now because I haven't been to a meeting in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Glad you're here, Del Rey.
Yes. Thank you for coming in today. We really appreciate it.
Esther. You're a sweetheart.
Oh, Esther. Enjoy seeing your YouTube channel grow. You have an intelligent, thoughtful, and fun community. Enjoy being here live more than anywhere on YouTube. Oh, you are so sweet.
Thank you.
And we love having you here. And everyone misses you when you're not here because they're always like, "Where's Esther?"
I know. Everybody says it.
Last week it was like that. Like, "Where's Esther?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
And Del Rey Love, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've saw you before.
Yeah, welcome. Booker T. Adams. Hi, family.
Oh, Booker T's here.
Yes.
Cool.
And,
Haven't saw Booker T in a while neither.
And let's see.
I mean, in a couple of weeks. I think he signed in late last week.
Okay, Jenny says, as a Muslim, I don't eat meat with blood, but it's not because blood would be holy. Also, if I'm dying and I need blood, I can take it.
Yeah.
And when I'm hungry and there's only pork, I can eat. So, like an emergency, you could. Okay. And I mean, like, you're not supposed to eat, blood from an animal anyways, but if you need blood from a human, save your life, And I guess Muslim and Jew, it's okay to have a blood transfusion, I'm assuming. So
right, it is. They can.
When going out to eat, I liked going for Indian, Middle Eastern, Afghan, Ethiopian food. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes after meetings with the ones I was close to. So you like getting a variety of cultured food after the meeting.
Yeah.
I liked it when we'd go to the memorial and then everybody would go out to eat afterwards. That was a big thing,
Huh.
To go out to eat afterwards. Oh, our background looks like another Bob Ross painting. Yeah. Actually, it's an actual picture. It's an actual picture of a scene.
Yep.
So pretty cool. The desert. Beautiful. Wish I could live there. Well, no, I need the beach. I gotta have the ocean. I love the water.
With the cacti there, I'm gonna say somewhere, Arizona?
Yeah, I would say Arizona.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nevada does not have those kind of cactus.
What about Utah?
No.
So Arizona probably.
Yeah. Over there around New Mexico area.
In the late 60s, my mother took me and my 3 brothers to the assemblies, and all we were interested in was the food. And she says, it's not an eating holiday. Well, you got to have fun somehow. That's the thing. They never want to have fun doing anything. I mean, they want you to sit, be still, be quiet during the meeting when you're a little kid, when you're falling asleep, or you're talking, and then you go home and you get spanked. That's what happened to me and my brother.
That's what happened to you and your brother?
Yeah. They'd be like, you're going to get a spanking when you get home. And you're like, I hope they forget. We'd try to be really good after that.
Did they forget?
No.
Oh, man.
Sometimes they would be like, all right, it's okay. You don't have to. But then other times they're like, all right, I didn't forget. And you're going to get a spanking. And I'm like, oh, darn. And other times it would do something worse. And it would be like, you're not going to get to watch TV for a week. And I loved watching TV, And I'd be like, can I have a spanking instead? Because at least it's over with.
Oh.
And they're like, no. And I'm like, no. Kids who could have started college this term, but didn't apply because the clarification came through a few weeks too late. I know, must be really pissed. But so did you remember seeing in the convention, there was a man, 2 men actually. One guy said he had a free scholarship to go to college and he didn't take it. And now you can go to college after they did the convention on that. And the other guy who was supposed to go to university and he decided to go to do community college instead, and everybody was upset about it because in their culture that's what you're supposed to do, but he didn't do it anyways. And now you can do the university. I mean, come on.
All right. Is anyone going to Vegas in 2 weeks? Del Rey Love said.
Yeah, because in Las Vegas there's an XJW meetup. So in 2 weeks, so you want to look into that.
If anybody has a place where we can look it up, we can post it here so everybody can see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I could put it on the screen if anyone knows the website or something. If you know this, if you want to share that in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to do.
Oh yeah, all the sisters would say children should be seen and not heard. I know. It's like, can't ever have fun.
My dad always said that.
Yeah, well, that is just not true. We had a sister who parked for the ministry group somewhere that annoyed a neighbor. and he blocked her in. Oh my God, that was mean. She just got in her car and reversed into his car. So it rolled back and then she drove off. Oh my God. I hope she never went back to that house.
He also said that
oh, wait. We have
children are the
somebody.
most destructive force on earth.
Eighth Power Strong. Hello from Philadelphia.
Well, hey there.
Hi. Thanks for joining in today.
Eighth Power Strong. I like that.
That's cool.
Philly.
So after the memorial,
Franklin?
Jeff, you would eat
No.
bread and drink wine after the memorial. It had no significance other after the observance. Okay. Okay. Was I whipped with certain tools? Mostly belts and a paddle was their whipping of choice. Or a paddle, I mean. Jehovah's Witnesses are now saying that Armageddon might not be near after all. Yes, and they're saying that in, of course, the November article coming up about if you're an elderly person, you might not live to see the end.
Everybody say hey to Eighth Power Strong.
Yes. Yes. Let me see. I put him in there. Yep. There. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Rocky statue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. Our email is
ours.
Yeah, it's facts on JW at
Gmail.
like our channel at gmail.com. And that's also on the channel page and everything in the description. So you can always, if you want to find the email, it's always there.
Yeah, factsonjw at gmail.com. And actually, there's no way to pull that up right now, but she just go send it so we can post it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Eighth Power Strong says, I am new to this channel. I am glad to catch a live. Oh,
yeah.
Yay. Well, thank you for coming in. And you can share your story here too, like anything you want to talk about. Oh. We were just talking, kind of reminiscing a little bit about what it was like being a witness in different scenarios, like not getting to go to the prom, or, what was the favorite thing you liked about being a witness, if there was anything, or, and like what it was like going out in field service. What was the thing you hated the most about being the witness? Tell me that. That's a good one. Tell me what's the thing you hated the most.
And what you miss the most, both ways.
Okay, what do you miss? Oh, we already talked about what you like the most. So what did you miss? What do you miss? And what did you hate? I would say for me, what did I hate the most? I mean, I hated going to the meetings. I hated going out in field service. I hated commenting. I hated most of, like, everything, I guess, but I hated going out in field service probably the most. And then, of course, I hated going to the meetings. In the new Elders Manual, they do not publicly reprove minors. They publicly counsel them.
I mean, he's not acting right.
He's just sleeping. Okay. Well, at least they're not publicly reproving minors. So that's good. Okay. Esther says field service was probably the worst for you. So boring. Also, it was just scary, like having to go to people's homes, and it's strangers that you don't know what they're going to do.
Stranger danger.
The things you miss. I miss the ones that I loved and still do. Oh, come on now.
I'm trying to get the baby. And here, I can't get him.
Okay, we got to get Joey.
There.
He's laying on. He's just being lazy right now. Hey. I asked my mom, who is a JW, if she would accept if the governing body would say that the cross is okay instead of the pole. She said she would if the explanation would be good. I mean, it's so silly that everything depends on the governing body on what they're going to do. That's how it's a cult, listening to them no matter what, even if it doesn't make any sense. I'm chemo for now. What I hated the most was field service. Do you still have to go out in field service? What I thought I loved the most was the idea of a heavenly Father loving me. Oh, I grew up fatherless. Okay.
Who said that?
That was Power Strong.
Okay.
8th Power Strong. Yes.
Our mascot, by the way.
They are so brainwashed to accept anything. I know. They will. They will. Okay. Wait. I got a rush from the idea of going to the district convention, most likely to meet someone new and good looking. Yeah, actually, I also did too. I enjoyed going to the district assembly. I mean, there were some boring parts, of course, but and I mentioned this, I love the drama, and I liked people watching. I liked going and walking around and trying to be like, hey, So, yeah, it was cool. Maybe you might meet somebody there. But I also like the food whenever they used to have that, like, long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Here we go with the cheese danishes and hoagies again.
I know. I miss looking out the Kingdom Hall window. Oh, yeah, I liked to do that, too. But seriously, one of my Kingdom
Hall window? I never saw one.
Yeah, they all have those rectangular ones. But then they would cover them with curtains so you couldn't look out.
Yeah.
Some of them. My Kingdom Halls did have windows. Yeah. I liked windows too. Some of them don't have windows, but most of them do have some.
Born JW says, I caught hell at being a JW at school. Then I would catch hell at home for not being a good enough JW. Man.
That is so mean.
Boo.
Yeah.
I hated everything about being a JW as a
child.
Yeah, poor thing, dude. That's sad stuff, bro.
Child is worse a lot of times because you have to avoid all the things that all the other kids are doing, like celebrating holidays and then of course, like, I was in strings, so we played instruments, and of course I couldn't play certain songs if they were patriotic or if they were about Christmas or anything like that. So there's so many silly things you can't do.
Did you read Jenny Parfums? I asked my mom, who was a JW, if she would accept if the governing body would say that the cross is okay.
Yeah, I already read that a while back ago.
Oh, okay. Did you read Booker T?
Families who were, struggling would ask an elder or ministerial servant to study with their child and take them on field service. But I think that may not be allowed now, as they would be alone. Yeah, hello. There's so many pedos.
Booker T
says, be careful.
In the new elders manual, they do not publicly reprove minors. They publicly counsel them. Legally, what's the difference? There is no difference. That's kind of crazy.
But does it mean that they're not being punished? Or are they still being punished?
That's the type of punishment. You're calling them out in front of everybody.
In front of everybody?
Yeah, they publicly do it.
Yeah, publicly for sure. I hated having to do meeting prep. Me too. Especially since my secular work in media was so demanding. Yeah, who has time for that? I have a vision. Oops. I have a vision while I was sleeping that my mom told me that that she left the Borg. It felt so real. Oh, that would be nice. Well, they can. It's possible. It just depends on if they can be convinced by the truth about the truth. Our Kingdom Hall had an interesting backstory. It was a converted building repurposed to be a Kingdom Hall. Wow.
Interesting.
A sister had to give my family study because my stepdad got crazy of all my questions. Oh, you know what? I had lots and lots of questions too. In fact, my parents complained about me and said I asked too many questions. But I'm like, that's how you learn. You ask questions.
You do ask a lot of questions.
I woke up. The smarter ones ask questions.
That's right.
So don't be complaining about the people who ask too many questions, right?
That's true, actually. How are you going to learn?
That's me and who was it? Oh, Jenny. Yeah. Me and Jenny, we
Yes,
asked too
just
many
got
questions.
it. Just got it. Just got it. There it is.
What is it?
Oh.
I hated the theocratic ministry school. Me too. Oh my God. I hated having to go up there and give talks or parts. I mean, of course, as a woman, you don't have to do as many, but oh my goodness, I would be so nervous. I hated doing that. And I'm sure the men probably hated having to give those really long talks. Kids being told, how dare you be ashamed of the good news for not telling everyone about Jehovah's organization and ashamed of it. I mean, it's kind of like, it's hard to go up to kids in school and be like, hey, do you know about Jehovah? Let me tell you. I mean, they want you to preach in the king at school. Only one of the kingdom halls that you went to, okay, Esther, had kingdom hall windows. One side of the building had 4 large windows, and all the other kingdom halls after since were non-existent. I think they're trying to hide now. More. They have the gatekeepers at the door. Oh my Lord. I mean, like, we went to one not long ago and there was like 4 men, 4 in this tiny little square area by the door. And they open the door for you like, okay, we can do it ourselves, And then I felt claustrophobic, honestly, because first of all, they had all these people just right there hovering over you. Hi, what's your name? Hi, who are you? Where are you from?
Oh yeah, and then when we sat down, they come over to talk to us some more.
Where do you live? That's the question. None of your business. Yeah. And so then that Kingdom Hall felt very claustrophobic. It wasn't open. It was just very.
And that Kingdom Hall used to have quite a few people, and no longer has hardly any.
It was like nobody there, which was good.
Somebody on our channel knew that Kingdom Hall. Actually, knew exactly where it was too.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I hated when elders would announce a person disfellowshipped and we would walk past them like they were dead. Oh, I know. And then, of course, there's like, what kind of questions do you start to ask? That's a good question. I was on a judicial committee with a teenager. She didn't want her family to know her wrongdoing, but her dad was looking for her and saw cars outside the Kingdom Hall and burst in the middle of the judicial committee. Oh my goodness.
Okay, guys,
None
it's
of his business.
Friday, September the 26th, 2025 at 6 p.m.
Just send it over
to 12 a.m.
computer. Send it over to my computer and then I can upload it.
I just sent it to you.
To where? My phone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to post this if you want to read the comments. The first.
But see, it's got people's names in there. Do we need to do that? Oh, here it is. It's at Beer House. Okay. 3790 South Las Vegas Boulevard, Las Vegas, Nevada.
It doesn't have anybody's name on here.
Oh, okay.
The first meeting I went to with my mom was 1949. Wow. It was a room shared with a spiritualist.
There were 2 different things going on. This is pretty cool.
At that time. Wow, that is interesting. Who remembers prayers about fishing for sheep in this part of the vineyard? I remember that. Kingdom halls are highly guarded, like Fort Knox. I know.
Man, it's crazy.
I know. It is so stupid. I mean, I know that it could be because, one, they've had some people who have gone in there and stood up and they weren't friendly. They weren't mean or nothing. And then they'd be like, hey, this is bad. You shouldn't be, what you're doing is wrong. And they didn't like it, of course. So I think ever since then, they have been really more cautious about allowing people in. I'm going to add to. Okay. All right. I'm going to add this picture here in a minute.
Hey, Coco.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't pick her up and show her, guys, because she bites.
Well, we have 4 dogs total.
Shh.
Why?
It's too many.
No. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to put this in this stage here. So I'm going to add this here. So now you can see this is the next meetup is going to be Friday, September 26th.
Yeah, and there's the addresses.
From 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. The Vegas meetup. The address is Beer House, 3790 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas. And then there's the next day, September 27th at 4 p.m. at the Vegas Bowling and Dinner. And that one is located at the Velocity Exports, 6587 Las Vegas Boulevard, Unit 171. So if you want to make a note of this, you can. And if you don't live too far, I guess you might could go.
Yep.
All right. We have Enya. I don't know. Have you been on here before?
I haven't saw.
Hi, Enya. I'm a queer female married to a woman. My dad still treats me as his daughter. My mother doesn't. She ignores me. My dad is still a ministerial servant. The elders know. Could I have been disfellowshipped without knowing? It's possible. It's possible.
It's possible, but welcome to the channel.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining in. As far as like your like disfellowshipping, it probably just depends on whether or not your dad is buddies with the elders or not.
Yeah.
And what what their take is on it, because every congregation is a little different in how they deal with things.
Is those shirts showing on there? We put add those.
I don't. Are they in? Where are they?
They should be in your pictures.
I don't have them in there.
Oh, they're in your email.
Do y'all think they'll have guns and metal detectors at Kingdom?
Jeez, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, maybe. I would say that they might do like maybe like metal detectors. I mean, or they just don't want you in, really. What are you doing here? I mean, I've seen this one guy who he's just tells his story about what it's like. He's a Christian. His friend was agnostic, I think, and they both went together to the Kingdom Hall. And he tells his story, and he even like started doing a Bible study with them because he wanted to know what it was like. And they were always like, "Hi, who are you? Where do you live?"
Yeah.
And he just said it was really creepy because people don't do that. They don't just come up to you and ask you where you live. And they're like, "Who invited you? Who invited you?" And he's like, "Nobody. We just curious and we wanted to know what it was like to come here." And they're like, "Well, normally somebody invites you." And you're like, "Well, technically that's not true. You don't. You shouldn't have to be invited to do that."
From Belgium, West Flanders. Okay.
Okay. Bo says he's sorry about what happened with Enya. I think you would know if you were disfellowshipped. Most likely your mom is showing her displeasure with your lifestyle, hoping to change you. I'm glad your dad is being nice.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, it's rare that your dad would be nice as an elder, so you're lucky in that regard.
If you are an elder or ministerial servant, you cannot have a gun for self-defense. That's true. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you can have one for hunting if I'm not right. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can have one to hunt, but you're not supposed to have one for self-defense.
What, a gun? Jeez.
Well, no, you're not supposed to have a gun.
Okay.
Unless you can have one for hunting. That is okay.
Okay.
But I don't think you can for self-defense. I guess you could use it for self-defense. You're not supposed to do martial arts, of course, you know. Yeah. I used to be a huge cycling fan. I had to ask. Oh. I used to cycle some too.
You did.
Hunting is okay, but don't protect your wife or kids with it.
Yeah. Okay, I won't.
So Esther says, I was probably disfellowshipped since I left and never went back. Years later, I went back home for a wedding of a cousin, and everyone from the congregation shunned me. They
can just, now this is something that has happened. They can disfellowship you. They send you a letter and you do not reply to it. And then they, if you don't reply, then they just go ahead and disfellowship you without your notice, without you being there.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Oh, I was just looking. It said, okay, Maverick said hi.
Oh.
In a private chat.
Oh.
The Borg doesn't want JWs to have a handgun. That's true. They don't. Well, Esther, are you being shunned by any of your family?
Didn't know who said that?
She just said people that she went to a wedding, everybody was shunning her. But what about her family? The tomb of the unknown soldier is extremely highly guarded, that we could get killed for crossing the guard. Ooh, that's scary. The whole congregation has very iffy circumstances. Like the elders also do things they shouldn't do. It's very hard to know what rules they uphold and don't. And see, that's another thing. Every congregation is different.
But they're not supposed to be.
I know, but they are. And they treat it like it's their own religion. They're controlling this one congregation. Now you go to a different congregation, they don't have control over you. But as soon as you're in their congregation, they can make their own rules. And they're not supposed to, but they do. An elder in my congregation had a hunting rifle. I saw it when I was a household. Yes, and I know it's not against the rules to have hunting rifles. So, okay, good. I'm glad, Esther, that you're not being shunned. That's really good. But apparently some people in the old congregation were shunning you.
They can't afford to be shunning too many people. They ain't got nobody left.
Like they can get rid of everybody, I guess. Oh, they may be silently shunning me, but not the hard shunning. Okay. There is a brother in my old congregation that cannot have a position because he refused to give up the idea of shooting a house invader. Oh, he was the coolest guy in your old hall. Mm. Yep. Okay, so my mother has asked me a couple of times to talk to the elders, and I declined. So I've never talked to them. Yeah, and in 3 years, I wouldn't. It's none of their business. Keep them out of your life. All they do is wreak havoc on your life and create chaos. What?
No, I thought I saw somebody new.
Nope. There's hardly no one left. That's in the religion. That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yay! We hope that it'll keep more people will come out. That's what kept me from becoming the sheriff deputy, because I couldn't hold it concealed weapon. So stupid now that I think about it after the fact. Oh yeah, how many people were affected obviously by their potential jobs? Of course, education and jobs too, that you decided not to do it because Watchtower said no. Like, I know a story of a man who his father was, who became a Jehovah's Witness during World War II. And of course, back then it was a draft. And so he didn't go to war. And not that you have to go to war, you can be actually a conscientious objector and just serve, but they won't even let you do that. And so instead he went to jail for 5 years. He had a college degree of 4 years, and he was going to go to medical school. But guess what? He couldn't go to medical school because he had a criminal record. And whose fault is that?
Oh, because
Watchtower's fault. Watchtower ruined this man's future. Yeah. And that's what they do. They ruin anything they possibly can get their hands on. So be careful.
Well, I thought I wanted to be in law enforcement until I saw what I'd have to deal with. No, thank you.
Yeah. Well, this man wanted
to be a doctor. I totally respect those guys.
Yeah, it's a hard job. Oh, okay. Happy Thought says she's going to leave. Another lovely, lively chat. Hope you all have a pleasant weekend.
Thank you, Happy Thoughts. Always good to see you here.
Thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it. And I just want to shout out to all of my YouTube members as well. And I know.
Let's show the new shirts.
And my patron members. We thank you so much.
I sent the artwork over to you.
Okay. So he wants us to show the shirts. I thought we had done that before, but
not the new ones.
Okay. Oh, the new ones. Okay, he's gonna now. This is not on the shopping.
It will be there.
It will be soon.
Very, very soon.
I sometimes wonder who I would be if I weren't raised JW. Oh, I know. That's a good question. Like I've wondered that too. What would my life have been like had I not been a JW? This one?
Both of those.
Okay. Now you tend to the comments there. Okay, I'm going to pull up this picture.
Well, now I got to read them.
Yep. I'm going to pull up this picture, so I'm going to share this with you. So give me a minute.
14 is there anyone sick among you? Let him call the elders, or the congregation to him, and let them pray over him. Apply oil to him in the name of Jehovah. Okay.
Now, who is saying this?
Jenny Parfum.
Yeah. Well,
Mormons say that a lot too.
It's in the Bible, and it's misunderstood, anyways. Scripture, as usual, the JWs never really understand.
Booker T. I remember at a convention years ago, they did a drama about the elders whose JW wife loved celebrating holidays and how the other elders were trying to delete him as an elder. Well,
All right. Okay, here we have a picture.
Oh yeah.
Just facts on JW escaping the watchtower one person at a time.
Yep.
All right.
That's going to be a new T-shirt, cup, hat, blah blah blah.
And then here's another one: escaping the tower one person at a time. Facts on JW.
Yep. All right. That's with the tower burning. Those will be shirts that's also going to be available in the shop.
Yeah. I'm a retired RN.
Oh wow.
And was considered a mandated reporter. Wow. Many JWs came on the unit until I was working on. Okay.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. It can be enjoyable to have curiosity, I guess, and learn about firefighting and law enforcement and the Postal Service and their history and seeing their artifacts. That's true. Go to
Del Ray loves it. She love it.
Dallas, go to hell, Witch Tower.
Witch Tower, I love that one.
Yay. That's true. Oh, okay. This is you mentioned that. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we just wanted to show you that, and
I would use the law to your advantage. I would use the law to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the laws are where she's at in Flanders. That would be the question.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I see my? Okay. There's a question from Power Strong. Let me see. I missed it. Let me go back. Do you see it?
What, Power Strong?
He had a question. He said.
Okay, let me get back and see.
Okay. If I were to stop coming to the Kingdom Hall and the elders realize I'm leaving,
oh yeah,
you mean they will write me a letter, and if I don't reply, they will disfellowship me? No.
If they'll write you a letter and tell you that they want to meet with you.
No, they have to have probable cause for disfellowshipping. If you just fade, that's not true.
No, it's not. And I'm telling you.
If you just fade,
okay, here's what happens. They'll write you a letter. They'll mail it to you. And they'll tell you that you have a meeting with elders at such and such time, such and such day. And they tell you need to be there. And if you do not show up, then they just go ahead and disfellowship you. That's happened. There's some stuff you can read. Reddit, a couple of people in there has talked about it. It has happened more than once. Send some JW thing too. Can't remember. But anyway, it has happened. I think Wally done something on it once. That's a summons. Well, yeah, it's like, I guess it's a summons to JWs. Let's see. Watchtower Bible and Trick Society. Yes, that is them. They are the tricksters. They're like Lukey. Okay, it's a control thing. There you go. It is. But you know what? If you never know you was disfellowship, then you're not disfellowship. So who cares? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Esther. Yep. But it's like the only thing is your card. Whenever you go to another Kingdom Hall and they send your publisher card, they're going to know you've been disfellowshipped. But otherwise, nobody knows. And if you never go back, who cares? Who'd ever want to go back to that nonsense? Oh, you have children, so you're nervous. I understand. That's sad. Would they know? Would they find out? Are they in the same Kingdom Hall? That's really actually very, very sad because losing your family. I never had family really, but if you have family, that's what they do. They hold your family hostage to keep you in there.
Okay, Jeff says if you're inactive, they might try to find you to encourage you, but eventually they'll likely forget about you and leave you alone. Yeah. That's what I think. I wouldn't be too concerned.
Yeah. Have you received a letter or anything?
Well, I mean, Jay, you never got disfellowship.
Oh yeah,
right?
Jay hadn't.
I mean, so I mean, I wouldn't be too concerned.
And Jay's tried.
Yeah, he told his wife it was a cult.
I just knew he was going to, and he said they wanted to see. I was like, wow. Maybe they're a little bit more lenient nowadays.
Mm-hmm. They keep track of everything. Yeah. What? Where?
Right here.
Oh, I gotta find it. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Right, I hear it. Thank you, Anthony. I believe you are correct. I'm pretty sure that may have happened to me. I faded, moved away, and then was shunned by the elders and their wives in that congregation, right? But where
they're like Judge Chamberlain.
What about a new place? I mean, maybe they won't. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Theropod hunter. My mother is slowly but surely becoming female. Oh, yay!
Yay! And welcome to the channel.
Yes, you're right, Power Strong. They will try to reach out to you for a while, but eventually they should quit. They should give up. I mean, they did with me, so.
Yeah.
So they should give up and you'll be okay. I faded and the elders asked me if I would have a shepherding call and I said no. Yeah, there you go. They can't force you to do anything.
Yep.
And if they can't prove that you've done anything wrong, then they cannot disfellowship you just for not going to the meetings. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and end the chat here. Is there something else you wanted to add?
Well, I was just actually letting a few people here talk because we have a couple of new people that just showed up. Theropod Hunter's one of them.
Okay.
And a new person to the channel, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. Power Strong.
And Power Strong, of course. And
Inya?
He's really interactive. I like that. So is Theropod Hunter.
The elders get tired after a while. You're right, Jay. They're not going to keep coming around on and on and on and on. I mean, eventually they'll leave you alone. If you just quit going
to meetings. We missed you, Esther.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. If you just quit going to the meetings, they will start, calling you and asking you to stop by and all that. I just wouldn't meet with them. I just say no. I wouldn't answer the phone. I wouldn't respond to text. I wouldn't answer the door.
Yeah,
just avoid them at all costs.
Take the letter, burn it if you get one.
They're not going to give you a letter for not going to the meetings.
Oh, no, for not going to meetings. I mean, but if they want to talk to you, they will.
If they want to talk to you, they're not going to send you a letter.
Yeah.
Only if they think that you did something wrong.
Yeah.
So if they didn't know of anything that you did wrong, then they will come to your door to meet with you. They'll call you. They'll text you, and you just avoid them, and then it's okay. And eventually they'll go away.
Yep.
Oh, Esther said she missed us. Yay.
Oh.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I would love an
What's that?
interview with you, Esther. She wants to do an interview eventually.
Yes,
When you're ready.
definitely.
When you're ready. 'Cause
Absolutely. Been waiting for that one.
Yeah, because I know it's like you woke up and you've left and you've moved on with your life in a really good way. So it's great.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it's time. And that's fine. When
Yeah.
you're ready. Elvin McLaughlin.
Welcome to the channel, Elvin.
Yay.
I may have saw Elvin before.
Hi, Elvin. I think that
I used to work out with a guy named Elvin who was from Croatia.
Oh, okay. So Jeff is saying that from experience, that the best thing for Enya is that you can do is to give yourself whatever time and space you can. With time, it gets easier. That's true. Oh, Born JW, you said, one time an elder walked up to my front door with his hands in the air saying, I'm not on. What in the world?
What?
I'm not armed. I'm not armed. We just want to come over here and just fellowship you.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm just kidding. That's funny. Some of these stories, we all have
That's
these,
hilarious, man.
we all have these like crazy little silly stories sometimes.
Oh, PE, hey. Welcome to the
PE,
channel. Enjoy your show. I appreciate that.
Yay. Make worldly friends. That's right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not armed. That's priceless. I love it.
No.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. And all the thumbs up we get, it helps our algorithm. So please do.
Born JW says I guess he was scary, huh?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
I guess I was scary. Born JW.
We've had him come to our door. I don't answer. I just don't answer. But I mean, I would say they come about once a year, trying to find out where I'm at, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Faded as well. And I just
they should be coming for the circuit assembly.
Well,
right?
they might come during Memorial to invite me to the Memorial. I think that's one time, and then they didn't come to invite to the convention. I was surprised, but it was just the Memorial. I think that was the last time we saw them. So they could come back this year, but I don't know if they will. It's going to be
I'm very
random.
nice to them when I see them, but then at the same time, I let them know that I don't believe anything they've got to say, and they're wasting their breath.
Oh, really?
I do.
I'm never here when it happens. Thank goodness.
I'm always nice to them. I mean, I'm never mean or anything like that. I just tell them that, I'm not into cults and I don't appreciate, cults.
You said cult?
Yeah. I tell them they're a cult.
They don't believe that though.
Oh, I know.
So what did they say when you
They
said
get
that?
angry when you call them a cult. They hate that.
Oh, I know. Well, you really
because they know they are.
No, they don't know that. Jehovah's Witnesses.
I was like, you guys are like the smallest religious group.
They
I said, but you always talk about growing. If you're growing, why are you so small?
I hated the word cult when people would say that as a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
I never thought, you don't think you're in a cult when you're in a cult. So that's not true. They don't know that they're in a cult. But what you could say,
nobody thinks they're in a cult when they're in a cult.
But you just said that they did.
They've got to. With how many people call it a cult,
they don't.
They've got to have that in their head. Everybody calls it a cult.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they believe it. Hey, you know what you should say instead is you're in a high control religious group. That's a better word. When I first
here we go.
woke up, a non-JW friend told me I'm worldly. I thought to myself, you have no idea.
Theropod Hunter. I asked my mother if the governing body admitted that they are not inspired. That means their prayers are no more effective than yours. That is correct. How is it that they get all the light to update the religion? Absolutely,
that's
man.
That's a good one. That's a good question.
They're uninspired and fallible. So that means that they have nothing, zero.
Mm-hmm. What did she say? What did she say when you asked her that? And also, like, has anyone asked this? So why is it that before higher education was not okay? I mean, there's watchtowers to prove it was wrong. Also toasting. I actually have on a post, which was right before they said it was okay to toast. I had posted something, an article in the 2007 Watchtower saying that toasting was like asking angels for help or something. And so why is it that they were always saying that that is wrong and now it's okay? How did Jehovah tell them that it was not okay and now it is okay? That doesn't make any sense. So I was just wondering, if anyone ever asked any of their family members about this? And what was their answer? What? Reasonable to conclude? Facts where? Oh, I was about to read this. Is your sister older than you? Her name starts with an S. Believe I may have crossed paths with her. Oh my God.
You're the guy that went to that Kingdom Hall, right? Or the person?
Yeah, reasonable to conclude.
Yeah. Oh my Lord, that's where she used to go. That is too funny.
How do you know so much?
Oh, that is good. Well, then you know her name's really Casey. That is too funny.
She was confused at the answer to the question before. She was confused at first and almost teary. She told me to change the subject. Oh, wow. Yes, they just don't even acknowledge. Once you realize it's a cult, you realize the governing body are charlatans. Mm-hmm. Obese charlatans. That's funny. I'm in Joe and Fran's cult.
Yep. I like Joe and Fran.
Yeah. A high control group. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it if you're going to talk to Jehovah's Witnesses. Instead of saying cult, because that's like such a taboo word.
Look, when you're told it's a cult, I don't care what people might think, they get angry or whatever, but when they're told it's a cult all that much, everybody knows it, everybody says it. It's got to be in their head. They might not admit it, but it's in their head. I promise you.
Okay. I didn't think that as a JW.
No, you would get angry. So why would you get angry? If you're angry, that means that you are concerned that it might be a cult.
You're angry. Yeah. Well, you feel like you just wish that you weren't so different than everybody else.
Right. Because that's a sign you're in a cult.
Yeah. I asked my mom if she thinks that the governing body are closer to God than her. It's a good question. She had to say yes, but it seemed like she had not thought about it before.
Reasonable to conclude, are you still in this area?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I never admitted. Wait, let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, we have someone. Oh, Maverick. Maverick. I think Mav.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, it's Maverick. I can't be bothered writing them.
Oh, hey, Maverick.
It's just too long, Maverick and 587. I just want Mav today.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to say hello quickly before you end the show.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Is it too loud? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet?
No, actually, you could actually turn up your volume if you want.
A little bit. Is that better? I'm not sure because
yeah, there you go. That's good.
That's good.
Yep.
All right, so we're right. Yeah, how you go? Yeah, great show as always.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It's a lot of fun. Well, a lot of serious points as well, but still a lot of fun. When you mentioned about,
it's really sad that all the things that know, it's humorous in some ways and it's fun, but it's sad at the same time. You know?
Oh yeah, it is.
Have to laugh about it.
Yeah, when you said about the cult thing, I used to hate when someone said that we were in a cult.
Yeah, me too.
No, I'm not in a cult. I'm not in a cult. I'm an intelligent guy. I'm not in a cult.
Right.
The impression is, well, in my impression is, the black robes and the candles and the caves and the,
Oh, right. Yeah.
That to me was a cult, but
the one
obviously
person that you're following, the one cult leader, that's what comes to mind,
Well, I just said in the chat earlier, I'm a Goonie for life. I'm an 80s teenager.
Oh, I love it.
So
Okay.
I'm 52. So so I was right in the middle. I was 15 in 1987. Right in the golden, 1985, 86 with all Back to the Future and Goonies and Knight Rider and A-Team and all of the stuff there. So I was like in my element,
I was 17 in 1982, so think about that one.
Right. Well, you got to enjoy the 70s as well, which was also a cool decade for music and everything.
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
It's
So that's the cult I'm in. I'm in the cult of the 80s.
yeah.
But I had the most fun of my life in the 80s, man.
Yeah, me too.
The late 70s was great, but that's the 80s. There's nothing like it.
Colin says that on one of our live episodes, we should do a community toast to the decline of the Watchtower Bible and Trick Society.
We should. That's a good idea.
Funny enough, I used to toast just for jokingly, like when we were at get-togethers. I used to just say, "Hey, cheers, everybody."
I'm going to wear my Knight Riders t-shirt next time.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody used to say anything to me. Like I used to just.
Really?
Yeah, I never had that kind of thing, but maybe they just thought I was messing around, I guess.
Probably. Serious. I remember there was one person in our congregation that said that you couldn't, like, when cheerleaders cheering, like, hooray.
Oh, yeah.
They were saying that was wrong too. And I was like, what?
Well, everything is wrong. Oh, gosh, everything is wrong in the organization.
I know.
Everything. My goodness. Talk about micromanaging everyone's lives, man.
Right. And it depended on the congregation too, like what degree there was going to be rules, right? And I mean, you have your core rules, like obviously celebrating Christmas was an absolute no for everybody. But then like you had the gray area after that. And that depended on the congregation, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. My group was pretty cool, actually, to be fair. Before they disbanded the small groups, I remember even the elder that used to take the group, he was an elder, like highly respected. And on Christmas, he would know that the next day his worldly family and his in-laws would have a massive Christmas dinner. They just used to just do it this next day so that he could join in. So he's like, hey, we're going to our in-laws to have Christmas dinner on December 26th. He didn't have a problem with saying it either, because technically it wasn't Christmas. So, it's like finding a way out of technical things, It's just all wordplay. It's like trying to, well, technically I didn't do this. So, you can you can excuse yourself. Yeah. Toasting, so Jeff was toasting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That's like whatever. I didn't really understand the toasting thing. Yeah. What the big deal was. Traditionally,
blood transfusion thing. I mean, because like it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And also I didn't understand why we couldn't celebrate birthdays, because there wasn't not ever a really good explanation on that one. And those were things that, I mean, like, of course I didn't do it, but I couldn't ever really grasp my head on why.
Yeah. Me too. I mean, I had my birthdays up to my early teens. I think my last birthday I celebrated was my 13th birthday, and my mum was just starting to study then, and she somehow, that was sort of like, oh, we can't do birthdays anymore. I said, oh, why? Well, it's like, and then she tried to explain the classic explanation, and then I thought, oh, well, okay then. And whatever, I guess the rest of my family was still giving me presents and things on my birthday, and so it wasn't a big deal anymore. But yeah, if you've never had a chance to do those things, you could feel like, what is this? Why is it?
Right.
Yeah,
there's no real good reason. I mean, the only thing I remember as birthdays is like, we always give honor to Jehovah every single day, and like nobody's special, that kind of thing. And there was, let me think, there was like 2 mentions of birthdays in the Bible, And both times somebody got killed. I'm like, that doesn't mean everybody's going to get killed just because that happened in 2 stories in the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was pretty much all that I can remember. Do you know if there's an actual pagan origin that they say?
No, I don't think so. It was to do with John the Baptist and what was the other one?
The
That
people
was
that burned to death or whatever on their birthday.
Burned to death.
2 people that were celebrating on their birthday and died.
There was a beheading at the Pharaoh's birthday, and with,
not them, Joseph, the others.
And he said John the Baptist.
I thought it was John the Baptist. No, it can't have been. No,
it was her. That was her birthday.
It's not about. It was a birthday,
right?
Right. There's 2 others too that died on their birthday.
I mean, if people got killed on birthdays, and that's what you do, you find someone to take out on your birthday, and that was the tradition, then fine, you know. But that's not what you do on birthdays. That's just what someone decided to do on someone's birthday, apparently. So it's not a logic. It's not a good parallel. But then again, Job used to apparently. Isn't there a passage in Job where Job used to on his children's birthdays make a sacrifice on their birthdays? There is a passage that says that. I think
I don't know.
I'm not sure for sure, but someone actually used it on an argument.
Anybody know?
Yeah. I need some
clarification. Anybody knows any stories about birthdays besides the Pharaoh story and John the Baptist? Let us know.
Hold on one second. Reasonable to conclude. Drop us an email and we'll arrange that, and we'll go have dinner or something. Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday would be better for us, and we can meet up for coffee or dinner or something.
Yeah, cool. We got a local.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, Maverick. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's absolutely no problem.
Okay, Jeff,
it's your show.
No, but you're part of it.
Yeah, no, that's all good, man.
The baker got executed on his birthday, right? Joseph the Pharaoh. Okay, it sucks for me because I'm a bigger. So
yeah,
that was great, man.
Jeff also happened to mention something about baking with the last broadcast. There was something where they tainted the bread or something.
Yeah,
do you remember? Some story about messing up the bread.
Oh gosh, that was what's his name? The crazy elder that don't really do, or the governing body member that don't do much.
Yeah.
Cook it? No, it wouldn't cook. What was this? I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, that illustration.
Yeah, he poured some dye on the bread.
Oh yeah, and it upset Jeff.
For wasting the bread, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what he said? Yeah. Me too. Funny that. I love bakery things, you know, and I hate people wasting bread. And yeah. I did used to work in a bakery when one of my first jobs actually, and we used to have to throw away at the end of the evening. Well, they told us to throw away bags and bags and bags of fresh bread. And what I told them in the end, because I ended up becoming the supervisor of that bakery area.
Yep.
And they said I said to them, just half an hour before the store shuts, just put a ticket on everything half price, quarter price. And I would clear out all the bread within the last half an hour. Yeah, so there's ways around it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was they poured vinegar all over a perfectly baked loaf.
Jeff said the jackass poured vinegar all over perfectly baked bread.
You know.
Okay, so Bo says the governing body are concerned that if they start allowing birthdays, the congregation murder rate will go up.
What the hell? That's funny. All right, he's being funny.
Okay.
What happened to Seth Wyatt? Oh, I don't know.
Do you know who that is? I don't know.
He seemed to disappear like Anthony Morris.
Okay, what, a governing body helper? Do you know who that is, Maverick?
Seth Wyatt? No, don't recall him.
Yeah, I don't either.
I know that windy guy with the different color eyebrows to his hair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wind.
Yeah, windy. Windle, isn't it?
Oh, Windle. Oh, okay. Oh,
it's
yeah.
full of hot air anyway. He's full of hot air. So.
Windbag.
They substituted anniversaries for birthdays. Yeah. Okay. Well, not yet. Okay. So Job, apparently, when you were saying Maverick,
looking forward to meeting you too. Job, have a great day, man.
Job says, Job 1, it doesn't talk about birthday, but it's their day of, is that referring to, let's see. Oh, he didn't finish.
I don't know where I heard this, but it might have been on a forum or something like Reddit where someone was arguing, saying actually there is passages in the scriptures that refer to people commemorating, marking anniversaries and sacrificing. Job's family was doing that on his children's birthdays. I'm not sure if that's
Well,
technically.
maybe. Yeah.
Esther says the name sounds familiar to her.
It could be. I mean, maybe we need to go read the book of Job now so we can find out what happened.
I might have to go back and
But don't read it in the New World Translation.
No, don't read anything in the New
Any
World
other version.
Okay, Tripod Hunter said Seth Wyatt was the one that who always sounded nervous with a slight smile.
Okay. So apparently he has disappeared, and so along with Anthony Morrison, and it's just like poof.
Yeah, I know.
They don't matter either.
Hey, but they did bring back a bunch of Anthony's videos, though. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Has anybody thought about that? I mean, they took
true.
them down, then put them back up.
Well, here's the thing. You know the whole latest thing about the education things. Well, didn't Stephen Letts say it was the very last of the last days of the final part of the last days of the last days, and then so why are you worrying about education then if that's that far into the thing? But no, obviously, it's gonna go now. You're not gonna make it, guys. You're gonna have to. You're not gonna get to the new system. So,
have you saw the November Watchtower article? That's
I haven't looked into it yet.
It says that you might not see the last of the last day.
Yeah,
you might not live long enough to witness Armageddon.
It's just crazy, isn't it?
I was like, okay. Didn't see that coming.
It's an article. Actually, I can.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to mess around and change enough things to keep a core group of people in there. And that's the part that kind of scares me, because people think, oh, well, everybody's going to leave if they keep changing. No, what they'll do is they'll keep a certain amount of people there if they keep changing.
I believe that as it starts to get more and more, as more time and more stuff is coming out, as it already is happening, the only ones that are going to be left there are going to be the diehards,
bingo.
Yep.
The rest of I believe that anyone who's truly was a decent person and who was there for the right reasons, genuinely, is gonna leave. There's gonna be something that's gonna finally snap them.
Well, with the lawsuits coming up and the amount of money that's going to be forced out of Watchtower, that's going to be that just Pennsylvania, United States alone will make national news, just as it did with the Catholics. Pennsylvania, what was it? 3 million the Catholics, billion. They paid out $5 billion. I think $3 billion was out of Pennsylvania and New York.
Yeah.
Think about that. They had to close diocese down in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I was just looking up this
and Jehovah's Witness don't have that much
article.
Money.
Yeah. Okay, but first, Bo says, did the governing body change rules to allow them to toast getting rid of Anthony Morris? Well, and I do think Anthony Morris wasn't in agreement with any of those changes, and that's probably why they got rid of him.
Always said, I think he was the only one that really believed it. I think he swallowed the whole bill. Once you get
to the top, how could you believe, though? The November Watchtower says, if you go to the November, and it's the article that says, maintain your joy in old age. Paragraph 7, it says, let me get to it here. Perhaps you are saddened by the possibility that the end of this system will not come in your lifetime. So if you feel that way, what can help? Jehovah is patiently waiting to bring an end to this wicked world. Let's see. When you feel discouraged, try to think about how many people will benefit from Jehovah's patience. Okay. Anyways. So whatever. I mean, it's like they're going to say here that you might not make it. I mean, you might die before the end, when that's not what they ever said before. Like back in the 60s, they were saying that you wouldn't even graduate high school.
Theropod the hunter, you're correct. I feel bad for them too, and they're like ants running in a circle, like a death circle. The death spiral ants do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they can't seem to wake up and see because they're so blinded, and they equate Jehovah with the watchtower, so it's one and the same. And it keeps them blinded because they're really worshiping the watchtower, and it keeps you blinded that way. That's a cult. That's how they work.
Yeah, I know.
I think we got so used to being gaslighted all the time that you
Yeah.
just think that everything you don't question anything. The authority is already vetted to be correct all the time, and it's coming from Jehovah, so there's no need to check. There's no need to test anything anymore, and that's one of the reasons why I think it's particularly dangerous, and it is as it has that high control cult thing going on, because you're not able to question anything. And as a witness, I remember looking back and thinking, well, did I actually question anything? And I think I did, but I quickly shut myself down. I shut myself down before.
Thank you, Colin.
I didn't really go beyond a certain amount of kind of curiosity about something that didn't sit right with me.
You're scared too. A lot of times you're scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say goodbye to Colin. He's leaving.
Yeah, see you, Colin. Thanks for being here, man.
And Theropod says, I feel bad for all the witnesses who can't see the logic. Oh yeah, you did say that. And also, Born JW, you feel sorry for the ones that see it but are trapped.
Yeah, because they hold their families hostage. Yeah, man, that's even sad.
Yeah.
My best friend, a good friend of mine now, who's been a PMO for the last 10 years plus now.
Oh my!
Because when I was leaving, and he's kind of managed to find a way that his dad's an elder, his father's an elder. He's a really lovely guy. And another elder, the one I was telling you about, that's recently come out. We've all kind of regrouped again. But I've been friends with him throughout. When I was leaving, when I was talking about the fact that I've got these issues, he was just like, "Yo, I understand. I really understand. But I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change the way I am with you. You know, you haven't done anything to me. So,
out
of everyone I know, he's been the most decent guy. And he doesn't really go to meetings much. He goes there he'll go say at the afternoon on a Sunday at the convention just so that people can see his face. And
well, what about his family? Are they asking him why he's not going more often?
Well, his mum and dad are still witnesses. Like his dad's an elder. His wife is not a witness, so that helps.
Okay, so his parents, do they like harass him to go to the meetings?
No, I think they've just accepted the fact that he's kind of backed off from the routine. So he's juggling. But I said, I don't know how you guys do it. Last time we were speaking, and he said, I don't know how I'm doing it. I don't think I'd have the patience to keep it going. But he knows the consequences. The only reason he's there, still unofficially walked away and made an announcement, is because he knows it's going to have a real impact on, the way his family are going to start, and he doesn't want it. So I don't blame him. I said to him, I understand where you're coming from, totally. I really do.
Yeah.
But for me, I just put my letter in, and that was it. I'm out.
And you're not being shunned by your family?
Well, thankfully, my two closest members of my family, my mum and my brother, are not witnesses now as well. My mum was a staunch witness. I mean, super witness. She was like she'd do a full banquet for the circuit overseer when the circuit overseer, like that kind of witness, So, Mummy, I'm going mad. They're just a few sandwiches and things. No, it's she'll go nuts. Like it's lunch. They're gonna sleep during the meeting after.
Right.
She used to really go to town. She felt she was doing it for Jehovah, of course, but when she woke up, she woke up from the United Nations stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So who woke up first, you or her?
It was kind of a similar time, but we didn't really speak to each other. We didn't speak to each other about it. But then my brother
woke up. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I wasn't trying to influence her as much, and she wasn't really trying to say anything to me. And we kind of that was quite interesting time that was. But she dug her heels in for about five years.
Mhm.
and was trying desperately to prove that it was the correct thing, and then finally she conceded that it was just the cognitive dissonance was too much.
Yeah.
You know.
But Jeff says there's a guy I know who knows I'm inactive, but still sees me the same and will speak to me. I sense something in him that he knows Jehovah's Witnesses isn't right and will wake up when the time is right for him. Well, hopefully so.
Jenny Parfume says the JWs are afraid to use their own filter. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a very good point. That's
Yep.
a very good point. You know, we tell other people to check their religion carefully. Make sure you challenge your pastor, you know?
Yeah.
Well, don't us? No.
Yeah.
Got to do
Yeah.
that.
You know, the first thing that caught me, man, when I studied with them, and I thought there was just a regular group of people that was just Christians, right? I didn't have no clue. I just knew they were annoying with knocking on doors, but I always treated them nice.
Mhm.
And when I started studying with them, and I wanted to give my answers and my opinions in the questions they were asking in the book, right? After about the third study, that's when it really starts going hardcore. You can see it change gears. And I was like,
Jay says, just real quick, I agree with you. PMOs are no longer going to be able to handle being PMOs.
That's true. They're going to be out.
I just feel like it's going to get to the point where they just can't take it anymore. Continue.
All right, but anyway, when I realized that about the third study in, and I saw that they wanted me just to regurgitate the information that was in the book, it didn't care what my opinion was. It didn't care what the Bible said. Only thing it mattered was I give the answers they wanted me to give out of their literature and repeat it over and over and over as you study with them, and the further you get in, you give up your mind, you give up your free will to think because you're just giving their answers constantly. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, geez, this is just like the other, I studied a bunch of other cults early on, and I was
Which book?
A cult.
Which book did you study? Did you study the Live Forever book?
I studied him.
No, me.
Oh, both of you actually. It'd be interesting to know.
What did I study?
Constantly changing. He studied in the what does the Bible really teach?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was what does the Bible really teach us? And then they were like halfway through, they were like, wait a second, we have a new book.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What does the Bible teach, or
what
something?
Can it teach?
Like at the very end of it,
possibly, maybe.
Yeah.
It became less definite, didn't it? The second one became very, very vague. Like it used to be, what does the Bible teach? Definitely, and then it
what does the Bible teach us? And then it went, is that right? And then the second one was what now?
What can the Bible teach? Something like that. Something
correct.
like that. Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. Now, which one did you study in?
I studied in the Live Forever book.
Me too. That was my book.
Okay.
Yep. Chapter 2 already goes hardcore in that book. Chapter 2, because it has an illustration of a guy who's in a car lost on the road. I don't remember that one, Casey, where there's chapter 2. It's got some guy pointing with a road map and say, if you are on the wrong road and someone points it out to you, would you be stubborn and continue going down the wrong road? Surely no. And it got so it's a really cool, but then they're being very, very hypocritical, because that's exactly what they don't want you to do. But when you can find it, it's chapter 2 of the Live Forever book.
I would have to look it up. Let me tell you something about that. I was studying, I got baptized when I was 14. So I would go to school, and after school I would have to go to this lady's sister's house. And the study was like about an hour, and it was right after school, and I would be like really tired. And so during the study, I would fall asleep. she would be asking me questions. I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Oh, how old were you, Casey, then? How old were you?
Embarrassing, but I couldn't help it. I was tired. I mean, I just I was like, go from school to straight to her house. And it was so, it's so boring that it makes you fall asleep.
She's a lot younger than me. How old are you?
A lot.
You are.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
But But how old were you when you were studying at that time?
I got baptized when I was 14, so I guess I was 13.
Okay, yeah. That's a
So I was like,
impression. That's young. Yeah, it's quite young.
I was
Mind you, I say that I was
this.
only 16, 15 and a half, 16 myself. So,
Okay.
but yeah, and then just turning 17, I got baptized really quickly. Like 6 months into my study, I was already ready to be baptized. Like I just thought, wow, this is the truth. Because I had no other reference really. I mean, I grew up in a secular home where we just didn't really look at these things, and suddenly, wow,
Yeah.
God has a name.
Yeah.
And maybe
You know?
it was more like because you didn't grow up in it. It might have been
No.
like, wow, this is more appealing. But for me, I'm like, yeah, been there, heard that.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yeah. But I think the bigger impact was the community love bombing, because I came from a really quite a stressful family, which I don't have time to talk about, but I had a lot of stuff going on in my
Well, you're
family.
always people are looking for something better, and that's
Yeah.
where sometimes they end up in the wrong places, like
Yeah.
controlling groups.
Enya, thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming, and we appreciate you coming in today.
Look forward to seeing you next time too.
Yeah. I say trauma in, trauma out. That's usually people who've had a lot of stuff going on.
That's a good way to look at it, or a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Trauma in, trauma out. Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of us, when you look at people's stories, it's so common. Like a lot of people, that's why they always used to say, "Oh, like the stories at the at the conventions where you said, oh, I was just praying to God. I just lost one of my family members, or something happened, or I lost my job, or something, and then I was praying to God, and knock, 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 knock. Witnesses came to the door, and you'll hear that story.
Oh yeah, that's
and
true.
You think, oh, it was definitely coming from it was a divine intervention.
Yeah, that's true.
PE says it's very difficult being a PMO.
Oh.
You know, we're talking about how difficult it would be being a PMO.
Yeah, I think so. Hats off to you guys at PMOs. Yes. I'm telling you, I don't know. I can do it. I couldn't do it, Casey. I couldn't do it.
The young Scottish kid that was a PMO.
Where's Dylan?
Dylan, there you go.
Dylan, he's from Scotland. Hello.
Oh,
come back. We miss you.
Yeah, he was a young guy. He was like 20.
Yeah, he was from Scotland. Maybe he's on he might listen sometimes, but he's a PMO, and it's hard, you know. My book of Bible stories, images of golden retriever puppies and human babies drowning in global flood.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you got that book. Where is that?
The book of Bible stories has that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have that. They gave that to me when I was like 5.
I think my younger brother, he studied, but he didn't become a witness. He kind of studied from 8, 9 till 6, 15 or something, but he said nah. But he used to graffiti the Revelation book and my book of Bible stories of putting mustaches on the dragon and all that kind of thing, you know. He was like that. But
Esther says, anyone who was born in JW ever remember thinking, wow, can't believe I'm so blessed that I was born in. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Believe I actually used to think that I did, but I believe that as an adult too. I used to think, wow, I'm really special because I was born into the truth, and we're such a minority group, you know. So, but then in the end, when you wake up, you're like, oh man. Yeah. I'm not so special.
Esther, Esther, to respond to what she just said as well. I remember the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. I just got baptized. I was pioneering. It was 91. And I thought, wow, this is Armageddon, you know, like I actually thought this is going to escalate to something heavy, you know, really, really like kick off. And I thought, well, I'm in you know, Jehovah's organization, I'm pioneering, I'm good, like, you know, really in a good place. But yeah, we know.
That's true. Bo says in the old days, the governing body used to be the ones writing the articles, and now they just they like sub them out and their quality sucks.
Born JW says, no, I used to think, damn, why did I have to be born in this?
Yeah. I mean, it was stressful, but at the same time, you thought you were being taught the truth, the one and only truth.
The intentions were good.
Yeah.
It was just bad religion.
I think, to be fair, though, here's a perspective for those who are born into the organization. Maybe for someone who wasn't, um, you whatever perspective you have, you're always going to have your own perspective, and it feels like someone else's perspective may be more, but you're still stuck in your own bubble too. If you were, say, born into an atheist family,
Hmm.
that's your experience. So, it's like, oh, you can relate to other people who've had the similar experience, but then outside of that, you won't, have much more. So it's relative, I guess, but it's a unique um situation being a witness born into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Joe Jacobs. I haven't heard this guy. He left in 1998.
Oh, wow.
Oh, attendance, I guess, at the
Good for you.
attendance act like the androids on Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
That's
never
actually
thought
was a
about that,
good
but
one.
I have
That
to
was
go
a
watch.
weird one.
Let's go watch that movie next. Yeah. All right.
That's a good point, Maverick, that Born JW said.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's see here. Joe Jacobs attendance.
Uh-huh.
There was one I wanted to read. I missed it. Where's he go?
We should have a future live stream on the topic of obnoxious attendance at meetings and conventions.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
we
was that? I
should.
missed it. I was trying to look for something. What is?
obnoxious attendance at the meetings and conventions. I
Oh,
know. They're like the well, they're like the gatekeepers,
I hated attending at the conventions. I really did.
Yeah, they're worse now because like when we went to the
Hated it.
assembly, they're over here literally at the door, opening and closing the door for you. You're like,
Really?
move out of the way. I don't know why they have to. They've gotten so like
Paranoid, maybe.
Joe
Or
Yeah, they're
said,
scared that
yeah.
somebody's going to go in there and do something. I guess, but I mean,
Jeff's forever the
Everybody
logical
does that.
thinker. Jeff said,
mhm.
even as a kid, I wondered about the statistical possibility of being born into the one true religion.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Man,
You were
that's,
critical thinking, Jeff, way back then.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Esther says,
Absolutely.
yes, you're too pragmatic and logical.
Therapod says, I'm planning on researching the Masonic connections. I was thinking about that last night. I would love to learn about that. Maybe that's something else to talk
Exactly
about.
like that movie.
Do you know
Well-
much about that,
What?
Maverick?
Well,
Masonic?
yeah, some things. No, I mean, like the rabbit hole is deep, I'm sure. But
Yeah. I think so.
but I know that have you heard on Rick Ferron's show? Fritz Springmeier comes on sometimes. The author of the author of a book called The Bloodlines of the Illuminati, and he talks about Russell's family and how they're connected to Freemasonry. So
Okay.
Well, you
Um,
knew that Russell, where he's buried at, he used to own that land and they sold off those grave plots, right?
I did not know that. I didn't know that he actually owned.
Yes.
That makes a
Fisher
lot of sense. Mm.
and A.H. Macmillan, and there was another guy that stayed there on the properties. There was a house that used to sit there. And they
Mm.
sold the plots to raise money for their Bible students organization.
Yeah.
And
So
it
the
was
thing,
all owned by Russell. So
mm,
whenever Russell died and they had all that property they were getting up in New York, they what's his name? Rutherford decided to sell that off, and he sold it to the Masons because that was one of Russell's wishes. And
Yeah.
the history of Jehovah's Witnesses, I think it is, or history of the Watchtower, two guys that do it. They really have a good show, by the way. And I'll look it up to be correct on their name, but
Mm.
they have a very in-depth study on that. It's really good to see. And they have letters from Fisher's wife and all that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
A.H.
That's interesting.
Macmillan was a shyster even way back then.
Maybe we could do a video on that.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I know. Well, the
I
only
don't have the
watchtowers.
information they have. Those two gentlemen have spent a lot of time in research.
oh,
Yeah, I wish
It's
I
back
had that.
when I first left. I had a curiosity about because I was digging up of the early history of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people are aware of the symbols on the early watchtowers of the cross and crown and so on and other, which
Yeah.
is Freemason, the York Rite or the Scottish Rite. I can't remember which one it is. But what Russell's makes some statements when he's referring to the Masons in his early writings, like our fellow brothers, you know. And but people have argued to say that he wasn't officially, but I'm not buying that. If you're calling them,
No, he was. His symbol
Yeah.
was a Masonic symbol, the crown and the cross.
That's right. You can't really escape that. I mean, whether he was officially or not, or if he removed himself from his name from their records, it doesn't really matter. The point is, he was sympathetic to and had a lot of the symbolism, and basically agreed with the way that they run things, and he was part of it. He was definitely entangled in that world for sure.
Absolutely. Look, they wouldn't have been letting him use those halls to
exactly
if he was not a member.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I mean,
you know,
that in itself speaks.
And why would you commission a pink granite pyramid shaped memorial tomb saying Watchtower Bible Tract Society and the Freemason Skull and Bones? No, that's different. Skull and Bones is something else. But
And to answer Esther's question here,
they
took and destroyed it.
Yeah.
They applied for a permit to remove it. The Jehovah's Witnesses, Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of Pennsylvania applied for a permit to remove it. They removed it.
The headstone.
I think the permit, if I'm not mistaken, was for a cleaning and to update the pyramid. But what they done was destroyed it.
Wasn't the capstone broken at first? There was pictures of the capstone being broken, and then
it was not broken when they removed it. I think
really, right. Interesting.
Yeah. And Bo says there's some Masonic imagery was popular in the 19th century. Yeah, and so it's not easy to separate what was cultural and what may be genuine Masonic influence. Yeah, and it was really popular back then. That's true.
And if you read the book "Thy Kingdom Come" by by C.T. Russell, you have to read the original printing, which what was it, 1890 something? Anyway, find the original printing date. You can find it, the PDF online. Read it. All that pyramidology crap's all through that thing.
Yeah. And I just want to say real quick, Joe Jacobs actually knows the date he left the organization, August 15th, 1998. That's your day of celebration. Instead of your baptismal date, you have to celebrate that.
Yeah, I remember mine. I did a video one day. I might put it on YouTube of me the day before, the very day that I had my letter in my hand. I did a little video. Yeah. It was April the 4th, I think, 2015.
Oh.
I wanted to do it on March the 3rd of the same year because that was the day of my baptism, March the 3rd. So I wanted to like a full circle exactly on the day I got baptized to the day I left, but it turned it to the next month. But yeah. I did feel great afterwards, though. I'll tell you, it was such a peaceful feeling. Honestly, it was very traumatic, and I'm not gonna say that post putting my letter in, my life has been swimmingly positive with everything going exactly the way I want it. Because for the first year and a half to 2 years, I was like a walking zombie. Honestly, I was so traumatically stressed out by the whole experience. Because everyone, the shining thing is new, and it hits you really hard. It really hits you.
Right.
And yeah, I would avoid witnesses completely. If I see them in the street, I would just avoid them because I didn't want the stress of seeing them. Because I knew the reaction they were going to give me. I had no problem with them, but I knew the reaction that I was going to get was traumatic. So yeah. But I don't regret it. I was never for a second have I regretted. It's the best thing I've done in my life, And
your mom, I got out too. So really great.
Yeah.
Jenny, did you want to say? Jenny says the all-seeing eye on top of a scene of the creation movie of Russell. Yeah,
that's right.
He was definitely involved.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yes, that's yeah.
And we're missing Artsy Kim, by the way. That was the other person I couldn't remember.
Thank you, guys. That's right, Artsy. Yeah, it's true.
This is interesting. The Watchtower magazine itself was inspired by the Tower Tarot card. I did not know that.
It's the exact same. If you look at a Tower Tarot card, it's the exact same picture. Just like Led Zeppelin's album.
Yes, that's true, actually. That's true.
With the old man. Led Zeppelin's
Wow.
album has a tarot card on it.
So yeah, that's interesting. So it's like, because the watchtower symbol became a thing during Charles Russell's time, right?
Huh?
The watchtower symbol was during Charles Russell's time. Is he created that?
Yeah, it was Zion's
he
Watchtower
created
magazine.
it.
Yeah,
Him and Barber.
yeah.
He created it, and Barber had, what was it that Barber had? Do you remember?
He had the morning that
That's right.
the what's it called? Morning. What was it again?
Herald something.
Yeah,
Herald of the Morning.
Yes, that magazine.
Yep. And
So-
then when he left, when
He was a co-writer, wasn't he?
He started the Watchtower.
So then you have a watchtower from the tarot card. Then you have the Masonic symbols from another cult. It's like, this is creepy.
Well, during that era, the occultism was really big.
Yeah.
Aleister Crowley popped up. All of those people that
Oh, yeah.
were contacting
Well, there was
ghosts
yeah.
and
People did seances
necromancy
back then,
and all that crap.
like a lot.
Yeah.
And hey, Maverick, do you know when they invented the Ouija board?
When? Who invented?
Well, I don't know when.
Well, the ancient Egyptians invented
No.
the-
They made
Yeah,
it
they
a
did.
game though.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the 1800s, I think.
Because there was a big movement with the spiritist movement.
Right.
Yeah.
Spiritist movement. Yep.
That's how they started contacting the dead or whatever.
There's
So
a
all
French
of-
chap. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he
It's
made
fine.
millions of dollars off of that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, and so it's like
yeah.
they were selling it like it was just a board game or whatever.
Yeah, that's so. I had one experience in school where I was watching my friend brought a Ouija board in,
Yep.
and I saw it move, and I freaked out. I completely freaked out. It was no joke. It was a very surreal experience because, as you say, people see it as like a game or something.
But so it was meant to, I mean, people were using it in seances and stuff. So all of this occult stuff started like becoming really popular during that time.
Yeah, there's a chap called Alan Kardec. He's a French, and in Europe he's found he was credited for being one of the founding members of the Spiritist movement, Alan Kardec. And the only reason I know this chap's name is because there was a former friend of mine who was talking about how she's very spiritual, and then she finally told me that she's a spiritist, and I said, okay. So I didn't really know anything about spiritists, like the movement. And then this name kept coming up, Alan Kardec, and she said, yeah, that's him. So I started researching him, and he was the chap that apparently made it huge, and it became very popular.
Wow.
To have these seances everywhere, and if you were so
well, dangerous.
yeah.
There's something that a lot of people don't realize. They always talk about, and it's coming up that time of year where they'll talk about C.T. Russell. Was it next month, October?
Yeah.
Well, no,
they usually talk about it. Yeah.
it.
And well, every year they rotate their stupid stuff.
Well, Bo says they might re-release a book from the Masonic era called C.T. Russell's Pyramidology crap.
Yeah. But if where was I going with that? Oh, okay. And they start that, Rutherford and Russell, and they talk about the two founding members, blah, 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 right? They never, and they always say, oh, but 1914, Russell walked in and said, no, the time of the Gentile, has ended.
Right.
But they forget that was all Rutherford's doings.
Yeah.
Rutherford.
Yeah, Rutherford started 1914 stuff they have today. It was not Russell.
So they lied.
The way it was, and Rutherford believed it up until 1929, and that book sitting right there. Our matter of fact, it's in the assembly or the assembly halls. Yeah, you'll see that same book in those cases in Our Lord's Return, and inside that book it says that the beginning of the end started in 1799.
Yeah.
Jesus took the throne in heaven in 1874. The harvest work began 1878, and 1914 would be the end. That's what they believed. And then they thought, well, no, it's 1918. No, it's 1916, then 1918, then 1925. And they said, well, we're still in the end, is what Russell taught all the way to 1929, and he changed it to 1914 was when Jesus took the throne in heaven.
Yes.
And he appointed them his organization in 1919. He flipped everything around and made him and his group equal to God, basically.
Yes, Rutherford was a judge before he took over.
Yes, he was. That's true.
A lawyer and then a judge, right?
Right.
Yeah. They called him Judge Rutherford.
He
His
was
real name was Joseph.
in Missouri. He went and applied, and he passed all the exams to become a judge. He really did.
Are there any noble families in the society? That's a good question. I don't know.
Fisher. I think Fisher had some people in. There's a few people. You'll see some of the names pop up now that's helpers to the governing body. I saw it the other day. I was looking through.
And they're
old names from back in Rutherford's era.
Oh, okay.
Well, Anthony Morris's family apparently quite connected to the establishment, if that's a word.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because it's tobacco industry and stuff.
There's actually was mentioned in a paper in Missouri about Rutherford showing up to court drinking one time.
Oh, so Orange JW thought he was just a judge for 3 days.
No, he actually was a judge. He was a fill-in judge.
Fill-in judge.
Yeah, and he could do judicial hearings and stuff. He mostly done litigation.
He must have been really cocky, He must have been really, really arrogant because he was.
Yeah, he was very smart, though. I mean, that's what people forget. I deep dived into him one time and started reading a lot of stuff about him. And the dude would show up to school, and he would have he was above and beyond with his schoolwork. He was top of his class.
I bet he was a terrifying judge. That's what.
Yeah, he was really smart. But Hitler was a genius too. You see where that went.
But was Judge Rutherford a terrifying judge?
I don't know. I mean, they don't talk about him as being terrifying. He was more of a womanizer. I think even in those days, he was considered a womanizer.
Okay, so he was a barrister and once or twice only stood in as a judge to cover absences. So it's more that he called himself judge.
He actually was a judge. You can look it up.
But he's saying it was more like a just fill-in judge.
Because he had to get.
Was he a fill-in judge only though? That's what he's saying. He's a fill-in judge.
Well, he was approved as a judge. I mean, you had to apply. You had to pass the test for it. So once you're a judge, you're just a judge.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, he definitely was that born, JW.
Yeah.
I suppose. Well, Bo is saying he was a fill-in judge, but.
Yeah, I mean, they do have fill-in judges, but you still have to be a judge to even fill in. You can't be just,
Yeah.
But he was really smart.
He thought he was going to be in charge of all the earth as one of the 144,000. So he's a double judge.
Okay, wait. Barnes asking, are judges elected?
No. Well,
back then, maybe we have to think about that time period too.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. It also depends in the areas too. But no, you had to apply to be stated as a judge, especially in Missouri at that time. And you had to fit all the qualifications to be a judge.
Then he decided to be a cult leader after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on the East Coast, we I don't know how they do it in Great Britain, but we're real similar.
Bye, Bo.
Bo, always great you're here, man.
You know what? He found out that being a cult leader was more profitable than being a judge.
Yes.
Much more profitable.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot more influential for a lot more people.
What are you doing back there, boy?
Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. We got to feed our doggies. Everybody's hungry.
They're acting crazy.
Yeah.
Joey. Yeah, you got to feed Joey. And what's
yeah.
Joey's
Joey's name? He's royalty, man, and he acts like royalty. You'll feed him, and he's like, well, man. I'll eat if I want to eat.
Yeah, we have Joey and Coco and Petey and Chucky.
Oh, so you got 4 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love dogs. I really love dogs,
We got a rat terrier, a Chiweenie, and a Chihuahua, and a Cavacorgi.
Yeah.
And the Cavacorgi thinks he's royalty.
I wish I could pick Coco up, but she won't let me. She'll try to bite me.
She's like...
She's a Chiweenie. She's half Dachshund and half Chihuahua.
So they're not like the friendliest type of dogs, But she's crying right now.
Do they set each other off? They set each other off. Like one starts and the rest of them.
Yes.
They'll all start crying and carrying.
That's the one, the rat terrier, man. When he starts, he gets the Cavacorgi, he's just more possessive and more protective.
Yeah.
He
Bye, Jay. Bye, Therapod.
Bye to everyone in the chat. Thanks for putting
Yeah.
up to my ramblings.
I just want to thank you for to the YouTube members as well. And for the Patreon members as well. We want to give you thanks.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, and by the way, Esther, so glad you're here.
Yes.
And Jay, and all those that's missing in action, we hope you're here next week. And maybe we'll do something tomorrow if we got time. Yeah. Something really quick.
Yeah. And any suggestions on anything you want us to talk about? I know one person mentioned like Masonic connections, and then the other one would be the obnoxious attendance at the assembly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do one on tomorrow, like the attendance at the assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah, annoying.
You know much about that? Like, do you have any much experiences with that, Maverick?
What, being an annoying attendant?
Or just knowing anyone that was, or
oh yeah. There's always stuff there. Like I remember even you'd always have. Oh, I did have one. I have one small short one, and we went to visit a friend who was at Bethel in London. Yeah. And Bethel in London, it was where it's not there where it is now, but it's Mill Hill. It was an area of London which was Mill Hill. So we went there as a guest of a Bethelite. So we were all there. There's a few of us there, an elder there, a couple of ministerial services, maybe about 15 of us, or maybe even 10 or 10, 12. So we're having this get together at this brother's dormitory area, and then this guy came out. We thought he was an elder or someone. Absolutely tearing into this Bethelite. Everybody go. You're making too much noise. Just go. No hello, nothing. No please, could you keep it down? Nothing. He just went into one. Absolutely. And I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
First of all, calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
Secondly, like, don't we talking to like, and the guy, the brother, it was so embarrassed. I'm sorry, and I'm there, and my blood's boiling now because I don't like that kind of thing. So, we thought he might have been an elder or something. Turns out afterwards he wasn't even a Bethelite. He was just there for a day visit himself. He was just in the other room, like he just went into some random crazy brother.
Yeah, trying to.
Below the Hopper says he just asked ChatGPT, was Joseph Franklin Rutherford a qualified judge? And then ChatGPT said no. Franklin Rutherford was not a judge in the sense of holding a permanent judicial appointment.
So I guess he was just like a fill-in, like they were saying. Paul said,
still have to apply for it.
Yeah. My brother filmed me smoking a joint and drinking a beer on the front lawn of Beth's Ream last year.
Serious?
Like, didn't have shoes on. Oh, that is funny.
Oh, that's
okay. Jeff says he has some very uncomfortable attendance stories for another day. So maybe that will be a good one we could talk about next.
I'll have to think
of sharing yours, Maverick.
Yeah, I got a few, but I don't recall them all. So earlier I had a few, but I remember getting the giggles once when I was supposed to do the prayer. That was a funny story because honestly, completely lost it. And instead of, and I had to tell the brother, can you get someone else to start the meeting with a different prayer? Because what happened was it was summer and the window was open. And just before I shut my eyes to pray, I heard in the outside someone, I think it was someone's car. It was one of those crazy, like, I lost it. I just couldn't hold it. I looked at this sister who was a friend of mine, and we both was giggling through the whole prayer, and someone else was doing the prayer, and we were just laughing all the way through the prayer. It's like I couldn't control it. I just couldn't control it. And the study conductor was seething. He was like,
you
absolutely,
can't help it, though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness. I mean, fortunately, I never had to, say a prayer, but I remember sitting in the meeting, and I had a friend, and we just had the giggles. I mean, I had such a hard time not bursting out laughing, and it was fun though. But that was the only times I liked to go to the meetings.
Yeah. There was an elderly brother. I'm not gonna. This is the last one because I know you guys got to go. But It was an elderly brother, and he had a flatulence problem. He couldn't control himself, and he would sit on the front row.
Oh my goodness!
So soon as he get every song is going up loud, and sitting down like as well. And we like trying to concentrate and not to laugh, but it's just impossible. It was like, oh no, he's sitting on the front row again. and and these two youngsters that were behind him were
Why
absolutely
would he
giggling.
sit in the front?
Yeah, I know.
Embarrassing.
Oh, those were the days, eh?
Those were funny. I've seen that happen too. There were times where I just could not stop laughing. I had to go to the back,
Yeah, once I get the giggles, that's it.
Yeah.
I can't, you know.
In my head,
Yeah.
I just keeps replaying.
Yeah.
Paul says, I want to buy that Beth Sareem house. It's perfect. I can dream, but my brother may not be able to. Wait, is that my brother? My brother
Yes,
may
brother.
be able to one day. Oh, okay. That's cool. Is it for sale?
Think about this, Paul. All those houses around Beth Sareem there were once part of Watchtower property.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is, man.
Yeah.
In the 30s with
Yeah.
Cadillacs and
You know
much
what that
money.
property? They thought the property up in New York was expensive. You know what that property would be worth?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
It looks like a really nice house though, from the pictures. But
just imagine, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful
what secrets
home.
must it hold? I'd want to know what secrets it holds, though, in those
Do
walls.
you think he's really buried in the
Yeah, that's what
garage floor?
I think he is.
I do
I don't
too.
know.
100 acres.
Yeah, A.H. McMillan said he was.
Yeah,
Yes, he would
Ooh.
know. He's the one baptized.
because it makes sense. He was adamant that, well, if he truly believed his own delusion that they were going to come back and inherit
Yeah.
the thing,
100
why wouldn't he not be telling himself, well, I might as well be buried here just in case?
There's a video of him
Yeah.
eating oranges off the orange trees.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
looks so he looks like a pervert in that scene.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
Because
I
his
thought the
tongue,
same
he
thing, man.
sticks his tongue out like
Yeah.
like he was like, what's that about? Like he just looks he looked creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever saw that video?
Yeah. And,
Oh,
but I mean, but he knew how to make money now. He was making money being a cult leader during
Yeah,
the
but
Depression.
Oh,
but
he
the
was
one that
living.
perfected it was Noor. Noor
Yeah,
took
He
all the
took it to the
stuff
next
that
level of
Rutherford set up, and Russell and Rutherford. Russell's stuff. Russell would have been disfellowshipped, kicked out, and run out of town.
yeah.
But Rutherford, all the stuff he set up, Noor took and perfected it
Yeah.
and ran it like a business and done it really well. And that's why you have such a harsh, cold atmosphere today. Was Noor.
Corporate. He made it corporate, didn't he? Even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rutherford was a womanizing kind of
Yeah.
wild man. He was
Yeah. He
not
looked
that
like
there's anything wrong with that, but when you're running a religious group, there is.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yes. And you got a hotline to God,
Yeah.
on your desk. And
Womanizer.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unless you're Jerry Lee Lewis's cousin.
Exactly.
What was his name? Oh my Lord, Jerry Lee Lewis, Jimmy Swaggart.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Watchtower was a very lucrative business. It probably isn't so much anymore. I don't know. What do you think? Lucrative still?
It's still very, very. Here's what's going on now. They've turned everything into real estate.
Yeah. That's where they're
And
making
you
their
can
money.
borrow a lot of money on real estate. And if you've got it to back you, you can borrow it and pay it off minimal interest. They got it going on. They got a money pit that they can play with.
Yeah. I think the reason why they're still pushing for donations and trying to is because it's the liquid assets that they probably have to juggle more. Like they have estates, but they need liquid assets to
Anybody that knows anything about them, any umbrella companies, any investments, any realty, please send it to factsonjw@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And
that's
or
good.
send it to I have to go look. It's NBC News.
Oh. Well, just send it to us.
Or send it to us and I'll make sure it gets there.
All right, cool.
They're anything that you can find on them, because here's the thing. They claim to be a charity that's not a charity. Now, in the United States, you can claim that, I don't know if it's the same in Great Britain, but you can claim that you're doing spiritual food, and that can also be considered a charity, right?
Yeah, similar here as well.
Right, but it has to fall within a certain limit on that.
Okay.
And you can't be doing Jim Baker lost his whole company over doing the similar thing they're doing. And you can't be running businesses, even though it's not illegal and a charity can run businesses, but you got to follow a very strict guideline in doing it, and they're obliterating that.
Yeah. Joey looks like her spirit dog that lives in her heart. Oh, he is a kindred spirit.
He very
He's
much
a special little boy.
He is. You can see he's a special little boy,
Very
actually.
sweet.
You know, think about it. The Queen Mom had a corgi, and then Princess Diane had the Cavaliers. So. He's definitely royalty.
Oh yeah, the Queen loved her corgis. I tell you, from
yeah, that's right.
She loved her corgis.
Yeah,
and her horses apparently too. She loved horses too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But they're so loyal, man. Corgis are, and they're so smart. They're easy to train.
Yeah, but with the Watchtower and all their money, they got rich off the blood and sweat and tears of the poor people trying to make peace with God. I know. There's a special place for them.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Absolutely.
They manipulated their followers and manipulated them.
Yeah. So those people are they don't know any better. So we can't get upset with the rank and file ever.
No.
It's
the
leadership.
They don't realize what they're following. We didn't realize it, till we woke up. So,
and here's the thing, man. They say, "Oh, we never ask for donations. We'll never do this. We'll never do that." The first thing they do is ask for donations.
Exactly. Absolutely. That's Let's the one who's specialist in that department, isn't he?
Man, he is good at it too, and he sounds. He's from the same state I'm from, right?
All right.
And where I'm from originally, I'm from Alabama. Right. And he has property in a place called Gulf Shores, Alabama, right? This is a very, very expensive place to go vacation. It's more expensive to go there than it is Panama City, Florida, which is not that far away, or Pensacola. They're all right there together.
Right.
Because you have those beautiful white sugar beaches, blue water. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Prime area for like rich.
Yes.
And
I mean, wealthy entertainers live there.
Right. Yes.
And Jimmy Buffett lived there. That's where he was from.
Right.
But Vince Neil, Motley Crue guy, has a place. A lot of people have places there. And he owns land there, and just to renting for a week. I mean, what he's making in a year off that land is crazy. Him and his brother.
Yeah, but then they'll tell the rank and file those who are going to go to Bethel, you have to give up all your worldly goods, and it's crazy. They'll just.
Oh, and get this! Not only has he got all of that, and he wears a very nice Rolex, but they have houses that they stay at. I don't know if you guys knew this, and we've put it on here before and showed you some of the houses. They don't stay at Bethel like everybody thinks. That's all BS. And you can see the houses. I'll put them back up so you guys can see them.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow we'll put them up. But they stay in almost $1 million homes, $750,000 homes. And the Rust Belt there, where Warwick's at, that's it went through a really bad economic time. And so you got property fairly cheap, and it's still worth $750,000 house that Jackson lives in. And what's the other guy that never was married?
Sanderson? No.
Sanderson. They live right there. And then if you go over to Patterson, there's some houses there that they live in. And then if you go over to Warkill, there's some houses. So they all live in these houses around these areas and then come together to meet.
Yeah. Perks of the trade, eh?
Yeah, and they're nice homes.
Yeah, they're like $500,000 or more home.
Yeah, and when you look them up, you see who owns it. Watchtower Bible and Tract Society.
It's like $600,000-$700,000 houses.
And somebody had said, "Hey," I was just goofing around one day, and somebody said, "Hey, they live there at these houses." I was like, "Oh man, really?" Looked it up. Sure enough, Watchtower Bible and Tract Society owned them. I was like, "I'll be."
And they'll have an army of Bethelites coming to serve them and clean, and
yes,
they're not going to just be there on their own. They're going to have the full entourage.
But here's the weird thing: why don't they stay on the premises of Bethel?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's true.
that's what got me.
Do you know about Mina and the Ireland Secret?
Yes, I
Corporation?
do, man. Where they hid all that money, and now it's gotten exposed, and it looks like they violated some law. So yes, that is
Oh.
correct. And Mina has something to do with the Bible term. I forget what it is.
Do you know Maverick? Mina?
No, that term is not something I've.
I don't know either.
It's where they hid money in Ireland, the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society.
Wow.
And that's just come out now. I know there's some new things that have been circulating to
Yeah.
do with what's
That's
going
new.
on. I have not. I've had a little bit of couple of weeks. I've been quite busy, but I've had
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks of detox from research from what's going on currently.
Yeah, I
I
know.
just
Yeah,
need to
I need
just sort of
that.
like, I
Just
just
look
like
up
just
Watchtower and Irish Investments. What did he say? right
yeah.
there?
That I knew they've set up the investment funds, but investment company. But apart from that, I don't know what's happened.
Corporation,
Yeah, secret corporations. That's right. Email me that, Born JW.
if you don't mind.
Yeah. And it's like, man, all these secret corporations that they've created,
Yeah.
and it's this huge umbrella company. Now, see, then they start violating laws, and that's what's going to hammer
They're
their
trying
That's
butt.
to
gonna
hide
get them, yeah.
money trails.
Yeah, because they know the $1 million or $1 billion lawsuits are coming.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are coming. And here's the thing: a federal judge can make an order to break their corporate veil in the
Right.
United States. Like they can do that in Great Britain too, right?
I'm pretty sure they can.
Yeah.
The only trouble in the UK is if they've managed to make offshore trustees offshore in the Cayman Islands or somewhere else like that, that's
Right.
really difficult to track.
It is if you're in Great Britain, but in
Yeah.
America, it's not no more.
Yeah.
But yes, you're correct. That's right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of wealthy
Oh
people
my
in
goodness.
the UK go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Born JW does not have it, but Vern has it on his new video.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
So
really
Vern's
good.
put out something I hadn't saw yet. But check it out. So here's the thing. They if a federal judge passes an order to break their corporate veil, all of their umbrella companies, all of their assets are exposed. And if they don't show them,
Ooh,
they have to dissolve their corporation and it's done.
game over.
The
Yeah.
end. Game
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that could be if the rumors are correct that this religion as well as some of the other ones around that time were deliberately constructed by certain people we don't know about,
Right.
like behind the scenes, and then when they're ready to pull the plug, they're going to do that. That would make a lot of sense now.
Yes.
So when they're ready when it's served its purpose, boom, they pull the plug out and take all the assets that
Yep.
the
That's
benefactors
what they're
that we
doing.
don't.
I mean,
yeah.
those CSA cases that's getting ready to. Here's the thing: those people are getting convicted now, and then those cases were hid by Watchtower, provable, thanks to some people that was able to expose those papers and give it to law enforcement, right?
Yeah.
And so it's obvious that Watchtower hid those cases, and the police got a hold of the paper and went and arrested the people.
Yeah.
So once those cases are over, and this come from a very, very good source, and Pennsylvania's notorious for this. They almost destroyed the Catholic Church in the United States. I mean, you can't destroy something that big, but $5 billion to the Catholic Church was like, ha ha, but
Yeah.
$5 billion to Jehovah's Witnesses is like, oh no.
Yeah, it's true. That's a yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right. I think it's going to be significant.
Yeah, and they're going to go after them. They are going to go after them, and that'll be game over.
Yeah.
I just wonder what
and
the
it's
rank
not
and
just,
file.
and it's not just Pennsylvania. New York's getting ready to go after them.
Yeah.
Florida and it's Texas.
Wow. Once that happens, once it starts to get traction.
Yeah, it's going to snowball.
Yeah.
Miracle wheat seeds has something to do with it.
Oh, Washington State. Forgot about that case. Those cases in Washington State.
What's miracle wheat seeds?
Miracle wheat. That was Russell. Russell was selling miracle wheat.
Russell was selling miracle wheat.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how many dollars per bale or something, like much higher than.
Oh, it was ridiculous even for that era, man.
Yeah, he was. I remember.
That was like old Robertson healing pads.
I think maybe that's how they got the assets to get those Cadillacs in the end.
Yeah.
Telling lies. Well, we're gonna end the live stream.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been enjoyable. Yeah, thank you so much.
Great, Maverick. Always good to hear you, man. And everybody, all of you, and Esther. Wonderful to see you and everybody here. And hopefully next time we're on, everybody will show up.
and we'll have some maybe talks a little bit more about the whole like assets and stuff. It seems to be a good one too.
Oh,
yeah,
by
that's
the
an
way,
interesting.
what have you been listening to lately, Maverick?
Oh gosh, yeah. What about? I've had a Boston because I'm trying to learn some old '80s bass lines still, but I've been going back into Boston. And what else? Let me see.
I'm going to embarrass myself by telling you what I've been listening to, though.
Yeah, go on.
I love, I'm a bass player.
Yeah.
And do you know where the town of Buzzard is?
No.
Buzzard, England?
Oh, Buzzard. Yeah. Yes.
Do you know the famous band from there?
No, actually, I can't think.
Okay. Kaja Gugu. Try to
So
play
you
that
listen to
song,
Kasha
man.
Gugu.
You shy. That's hard, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've been like, trying to play this Jailbreak from I've been doing a lot of stuff on Thin Lizzy because Thin Lizzy. I know you like Thin Lizzy, but yeah, Thin Lizzy and some Duff bass lines as well because GNR were my thing. But yeah, recently we just
and Iron Maiden both very difficult to play, very similar in their approach.
Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time. I bought this ukulele bass because I wanted a small little bass, but it's a solid body one, and I wanted to change the strings on it, but it's got a nylon. It's got these polyurethane rubber strings on it. They sound like double bass. It's fretless.
Oh, wow.
So, but they're really weird to play. So it's a different way of playing. So I'm trying to find some strings that have got steel round, flat wound strings or something like that to make it sound feel more like a real bass guitar. But it's really cool. So I've just been messing around with that actually. But they're not cheap, like 60 or it's about $80 or something for a set of strings for it. It's so expensive. I don't know what you play.
Are you familiar with Embellic?
Embellic? No.
Basses, they're fretless.
Right.
I got P-bass is what I play now.
You play P-bass, right. Well, I'm coming from a guitar background, but for the last sort of 5-6 years, I've been playing bass pretty much all the time. It's bass guitar. And I sold my Ibanez because I'll be traveling soon. So I need to have some compact. Like I can't keep everything with me, so I'm selling a lot of my stuff. So yeah. I can't keep everything, unfortunately. But I have my Ibanez guitar that I had from my early 90s that I've sold. That finally it was quite
I could talk music all night with you, my friend.
Yeah, no, we'll have to do a different show.
For joining in.
We need to have a music show, man. Me and you need to put a music show together.
Seriously, it's true. That will happen one day, I'm sure. Yeah. No worries. Take care. And nice to see everyone. Bye to everyone in the chat as well. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye. Bye.